Are you a YouTuber? Sorry. Are you tired of Susan just sticking it in you every fucking month, every week, every day? I think I have a solution. So, you might want to watch this if you're a YouTuber. And if you're watching content, it concerns you as well. Well, I can almost talk, and I do stress almost. But please bear with me. I am getting over a throat thing. Not sure what the throat thing was, but it's just a throat thing. For those of you here on DLIVE, because yes, this is a DLIVE podcast, unplanned. I just decided that there's some things I want to talk about, some things I want to go over. I've been doing a lot of homework on this subject, and I feel I'm ready to do. Not only have I made some decisions for January, especially January. So pay attention if you're on YouTube watching this. I am going to post this particular video on YouTube. Second half of this podcast, we will be doing a discussion of minimalism, which is separate from this topic, but that won't be on YouTube. This, however, will be because I want to talk to not only my subscribers on YouTube, but any other disenfranchised YouTuber out there who somehow can get through all the algorithms to find out more about this particular subject. And as such, I will be sharing this fucking video all over the place, which is pretty much what a YouTuber has to do nowadays in order to get eyes on your content. So I want to welcome Yelva and Fasting XRP all to this little stream that I'm doing. I realize not a lot of people are going to show up because I didn't pimp it out everywhere. But which is okay because I mainly am going to be talking a lot during this. But if you have any questions, if you're watching this live, or any concerns or anything that you want to bring up, this is the time to kind of bring it up. And if I have the answer to your question, I will definitely answer it. I have done a lot of homework on LBRY, which is what we're going to discuss today. And it's so much so, since I've been looking into it, it's looking really good as a platform for my content. Exclusive, that's up for debate. But for those of you YouTubers out there who are struggling, especially those of you with under 1,000 subscribers can't even fucking monetize yet, this is something to watch. And I'm not sitting here saying quit YouTube completely and go to LBRY. So let me start off with that. I'm saying if you're a small YouTuber, it would not hurt you to mirror your shit on LBRY, and it's very easy. We're going to go over LBRY a little bit and what the things I've learned since I've started fucking with it. And there's going to be a big announcement at the end of this video for those of you on YouTube who do subscribe to me on my plans going forward. But I do want to go over things and show you why I'm making the decisions I'm about to make on my content. And because I am tired, I'm wore out from this YouTube shit. If you notice, my content has been fucked up the last, and some of you have called me out on it in the comments on YouTube. Yeah, I'm so triggered by what YouTube's doing that me, if I'm triggered, I need to make videos and talk about it. That's me. But I realize some of you might be getting tired of it. But you shouldn't just be getting tired of it because I'm talking about it. You should be getting tired of it because YouTube's doing this to multiple genres of creators. It's not just me. It is a general push of YouTube to suppress independent content creators in favor of corporate or sponsored content creators. Their advertisers are driving this. They're pushing the corporate direction, and when they push in the corporate direction, that alienates all the rest of us who are just sometimes just a dickhead with a camera and a dream. you know, and there's a lot of dickheads with cameras and dreams. And we should be getting paid right away if we're putting work into a platform. If we're providing our content to a platform, we should absolutely be compensated for our time and effort and work. I've got well over 10 years in YouTube, 4.5 years on my current channel. And a lot of effort went into this channel, sometimes 70-hour work weeks producing content for this channel, sometimes working my day job as a trucker while producing content for YouTube. And I feel like YouTube is not only have they not compensated me adequately, and I've had to turn to my subscribers for financial support, but they are not paying their fair share for the work that content creators do. And they are also going, now they're looking to stifle our ability to grow, you know, which is fine. You don't want to pay for your fair share. The value you can provide is allowing us to grow. Give us exposure. Give us impressions. Let people click our shit and find and hear us. We'll worry about monetizing ourselves in other ways. But what's happened to me since I started fucking with LBRY is I've discovered that just being on that platform with 20 subscribers before I started actively promoting it, which is partially what I'm doing with this video, I made more than I would as a startup YouTuber. It would take me years to make what I made, and I know this because I've done it before. Before all of this bullshit we got now, for all this algorithm shit, before Susan's on the warpath with censorship, it took me years to get the results that I got in, I think 6 months ago, I made a LBRY account, and I just checked a box. This is what you YouTubers should be paying attention to, because you might, if at the very least, you could walk away from this with an extra income stream. Might require a little bit of learning, which we're going to go over some things that you can learn to do in this this podcast today. But once you do that, you will get paid a little more for your content, and it's all content you've already done. Not to mention the possibilities for exclusive content and paywall content behind crypto. People are scared by crypto still. I don't know why. If you're watching this on DLive, you're participating in the blockchain. If you have contributed to this channel via Lemons, that is crypto. There's nobody between us. That is happening on the blockchain. You know, the miners take their cut on the blockchain, obviously, because they're using power and resources to have the infrastructure and computing power of the blockchain. But at the end of the day, they're facilitating a platform that can have various applications. Here on DLive, it's about streaming, you know, live streams. As many of you know, I've been looking for a hosting solution off of Google for my videos, just my normal video content where I can talk about keto, fasting, whatever. And I've been looking at that and then using this tactic of going to multiple platforms to grow. And that's the only way I can grow. And that's a lot of work. Used to be you could just post a video on YouTube, and if you keyworded it right, people would see it, people would click it, people would watch it, you'd get subscribers. Those days have come to an end unless you're producing a specific kind of content. We're going to go over how I know this is in my personal experience with it. And I even got fucking proof to show you on this. So if you're a YouTuber, it does not hurt to sign up with LBRY. It's painless. You know, yeah, you got to do whenever you sign up for a new platform, you download the fucking app and you just fucking give them your info. They send you a verification email. Takes you 5 minutes. And then there's a checkbox to where you can mirror your YouTube content. And I did that. And I did that 6 months ago. And I've already kind of told some of you this, particularly if you've been following my website through my email list. You already probably know some of this. But this video and podcast is for people who are on YouTube that have no fucking idea but still want content from me. It's not that hard to get my content now. There is a place to go, and we're going to go over that I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain what LBRY is. I'm going to explain how you can watch content there without even signing up, by the way. You don't have to sign up to watch my shit. You can just go to LBRY.tv, anonymously, search for ScottTheTruckDriver, and all my shit's there. And what I have no problem with that, because I can also embed those through LBRY TV. There is a distinction between LBRY.tv, though, and the apps, the ones that you get on Android. And I use the Windows desktop one the most, but I also have it on Android. There's a little bit of a difference there, and we're going to go over that as well. So by all means, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will answer them. But just to get started, if you're a YouTuber, some of you, depending on the topics you cover, may have noticed you're not growing, that your growth is stagnant. In some cases, you're shrinking. Why? Because the faucet of exposure has been cut off. And, YouTube, you're always going through. People like what you're for a while. They follow you for a while. And then like, oh, I don't like what he said here. Unsubscribe. And you're always going to have this revolving door. But in order for this to function on a growth metric, you have to gain more subscribers than you lose. If you're not getting exposure and growth, that system isn't going to happen. Now, I've been fortunate in I gain subscribers, I lose subscribers, and I've been in a horizontal line for a long time now, almost a year and a half, my horizontal line. I experienced a burst in growth recently, and I'm going to go over why that is. But it's gone back down to the line, and the writing's on the wall. And I know it's because of the topics and the type of videos I make, which is why I'm pulling my commentary off YouTube entirely. Because I know that that's not going to go anywhere on YouTube. I'm not going to get growth out of that. I don't care about the fucking ad revenue, to be honest with you. I care about people getting impressions, seeing my thumbnails, and getting the opportunity to click if they want to watch. If they take that away, it doesn't matter how good or bad of a YouTuber I am, no one's going to watch my shit. I'm also tired as a viewer of being more and more difficult to find shit. Jesse Joe, I can't find LBRY.tv when I URL. Here, I'm going to give you a referral code real quick for those of you here on DLive. This I actually get rewarded for you, and that's full disclaimer. If I'm leaving you links to this, I get a 20 LBC for each one of you that sign up, and right now that's valued at almost 3 cents a piece. We're going to go over how crypto works and all of that with this as well, because it is a learning curve. It is a new platform. It is, like all new platforms, there are things that aren't as efficient as they would be if you just stayed on fucking YouTube. But what's going to happen when you stay on YouTube? You're going to get curated bullshit fucking network corporate content instead of the content that built YouTube to begin with. Here's a link that will get you to download the app. Once you have the app, you can install it you can download it from Windows, Android, iOS, anything like that. If you're watching me on a computer, that's probably the best way to go. And that'll get you started doing all that. Now, I do want to give you a disclaimer. It is an open platform. There is no censorship whatsoever on this platform. And there's a lot of reasons for that. So we're going to cover that. So I'm just going to say, you might see a video that's offensive or, porn or some other shit on this platform. Because LBRY isn't just for video, believe it or not. It is the same as HTTP. It's like a protocol for an internet that's based in the blockchain. And it is designed in such a way that our LBRY Inc. cannot censor. They can remove you from LBRY.tv, which is a website. So let me show you that real quick. And by LBRY, I mean LBRY. It's not spelled library. So this is, if you just go to LBR, you don't download shit, for example, and you go to LBRY.tv. This is separate from the app. The app is a direct connection between us. When I post and publish a video, I host it on my computer. It is then mirrored to LBRY.TV, which is on the web. And I have to format it in a certain way, and only that format will mirror here. Anything else, if it'll show up here, but you'll click it, it'll be like a black video. You won't be able to see the video or anything. So I can't really, I don't know that I can put 4K out, and I probably will just publish 1080 for now until they build enough infrastructure on this. But this is where I can spread it out onto the web. But make no mistake, if you're in the LBRY app, you and I are directly connected. And if you watch one of my videos, it gets downloaded to your computer. And then what happens is you seed it on the blockchain. It's not the same as torrent. It's similar in a lot of ways. But I can share anything that way. I could share text files. I could share audio. I can share podcasts. I can share pictures. I can share any file I want. Through this method. It is essentially file sharing. And you're going to find that there's some problems with this setup, but you know, you can't have freedom without people exploiting it as well. So yes, you might come across shit that's copyrighted. You might come across files that aren't cool. They have a flagging system, but the only thing they can do is remove it from LBRY.TV and from your trending and search pages, which are provided by LBRY Inc. And then there'd be other ways to communicate. You can directly send LBRY addresses, URLs, to people. And so, like, even if they decided to somehow censor, which he's straight up, I've listened to the CEO on a bunch of videos, and that's not on his list of shit to do. They do take actions for, like, somebody flagged for, like, say, posting a Hollywood movie or something. That gets flagged. As far as politics, what your subject matter is, all of that shit, not censored at all. So, is LBRY an American site or foreign? So if the U.S. government cracks down on them, they still will not censor. The U.S. government cannot crack down on it. It is blockchain. It is decentralized. There's nothing they can do. They could take LBRY, which is open source, by the way, out, and somebody else could develop an app that uses the protocol and share the app. It has nothing to do with the government. Just like government can't get rid of Bitcoin. Believe me, they probably would if they could. And since they can't beat them, they're going to join them. They're going to regulate it instead of taking it out. There is the difficulty that that some states, like for example here in New York, it's hard for me to trade crypto. I have to kind of come up with other ways of getting my money out. Thankfully, Coinbase is still allowed in New York State, so I'm able to get Bitcoin. And once you get the window through Bitcoin into the crypto space, you can trade just about any coin there is, including LBRY tokens, or LBRY LBC it's called. So yeah, could the government make it harder for us to watch and deal with? Perhaps, but you got this is something they won't be able to delete. It's decentralized. There are hardware and mining computers all over the fucking world that are mining and serving as the basis of hardware for the platform. Not to mention it's peer-to-peer. Thanks for the lemons and the ice creams also. So because it's peer-to-peer, there is no middleman. There is nothing. It's you and I, our computers, communicating directly over the blockchain. And they've set it up so that you can't shut it down. Even if LBRY Inc. wanted to delete you, they couldn't, and it was intentionally designed that way. So once it goes out here, as long as you publish, and you do have to stake it to publish, by the way, but it's very small, the amount you stake, and you get it back when you unpublish, for example. So if you got a video and you're publishing it on LBRY, you've staked a certain amount of LBC, which, by the way, you earn passively on the site as well, just from watching shit, meeting different milestones, getting the rewards and stuff. And as a YouTuber, by the way, you get 500 LBC a month just for mirroring your channel. You could never post another fucking thing, and you could come in every month, collect your 500 LBC, which, depending on whatever the value is at the moment, you cash in on it. I got quite a nice little payday from my first cash out, and I'm gonna show you the numbers, show you how I got it, show you how all of that. So this is going to be a long video for those of you on YouTube, but you're going to have plenty of time to consume it. That's for sure. There are a few bars and restaurants in Germany where you can pay with Bitcoins. Oh, yeah. Well, in Florida, they have Bitcoin ATMs. So Bitcoin, it's easy to get Bitcoin. And once you learn a little bit about crypto, it's easy to use Bitcoin to trade for other coins. And as more and more blockchain platforms, like DLive is based on the Lino network, which is now a publicly traded cryptocurrency that is providing the computing power that allows us to be here on DLive. They have their own crypto, but it's isolated. Lemons are not publicly traded, and it's a centralized point. That's the difference between DLive and LBRY. LBRY is your wallet is on your computer if you have the app. Only if you have the app. You can do it through LBRY TV, but then they have your wallet. If you have the app, your wallet is stored and backed up on your computer and on your devices. Which means when that's in your fucking ledger, your earnings, that's on you. That's in your shit. If you want to cash it out, you just go and trade for Bitcoin, and then you take your Bitcoin out in cash. Depending on Coinbase is still a thing, but there are many exchanges. Be careful though. Do your homework. Don't just sign up for any old fucking exchange. Look at the ones that the big cryptos YouTubers are talking about. Bittrex is a big one. There's a couple of them. Binance is another one. These are different, and there's requirements to get into these exchanges. They scan your ID. They need to know your address, and that's so the government can regulate crypto. But make no mistake, as a content creator, first of all, you don't have to spend a dime. You don't have to buy Bitcoin to be on LBRY. You start earning LBRY just by watching shit right now. There's rewards. It's a nice little passive way of essentially mining LBC. And then you could, if you were so inclined, just go on here, watch a bunch of shit, collect a lot of rewards, follow a bunch of motherfuckers, and then take your LBC, trade it for Bitcoin, trade it for USD, and look at that, you made money doing shit on LBRY. That is quite the setup. And when I saw that because when I first downloaded the app, it was a pile of shit. It was in beta when I first joined. They do have a Discord and everything, so you can talk to them directly if something's fucked up and let them know it's fucked up, and they reward you for doing so in some cases with more crypto. It's definitely creator friendly, and it's easy as a YouTuber who already has a shit ton of content that we're quite frankly not getting paid for anymore. All of my YouTube videos are on LBRY right now. Ad free. You go on, watch to your heart's content. You don't have to watch another fucking ad. No mid rolls, none of that shit. Right there on LBRY. Sometimes I get auto tipped based on a certain number of views and a certain number of follows and all of that. So without you having to load any money into this, you can support me as a content creator. It's YouTube. You know, what's YouTube fucking doing for us now? Well, guess what? They gave me a bone, and I'm not going to fucking eat it. Thank you, Ardney, for the diamond. Appreciate you. See, YouTube just enabled memberships for my channel. They want 30% of your contributions if I were to enable memberships, where you can subscribe to my channel on YouTube and pay monthly. All I have to do is the work of giving you guys perks and rewards and little fucking emojis and all that other shit. I ain't fucking doing that. 30%? That's a little steep, given what I'm getting in return from YouTube, which is a lack of growth. They're not marketing my channel like they promised in the beginning, and they're pushing the corporate motherfuckers over my content. So I'm not willing to fucking set up when you guys can just come here on DLive, watch my shit live if you want, support me here, where they take less than, I think it's 8-9%. I don't know. But I can even earn some of that back just by watching other people's streams and stuff like that. So I'm not motivated to sign up for YouTube's latest little money-making scheme on my ass because they've been fucking me for the past 4 years by not paying me the CPMs I should be due and not giving me the exposure. I mean, if you're not going to pay me in the fucking ads, give me the fucking impressions. And they're not fucking doing that. And if you're a YouTuber, you should, you know this. You look in your fucking analytics. We're going to look over some of mine because there's some fishy shit there. So thank you. You guys are fucking being awesome again today for this podcast. I hope my voice is still fucking good enough. But thank you, Sam Kett. Thanks for the resub, Timmy. And you're on a 2-month sub streak. I appreciate you. Yeah, you see, YouTube would be taking 30% of that if we were on YouTube right now. They're not doing that here on DLive. They do take a little bit, but they provide a good service for that, and I'm more than willing for them to make a profit on that. Tim73, thanks for the diamond as well. Thanks for the info. What is the bullshit people saying DLive takes 9%? No, it fucking doesn't. Yeah, it does. Like, if I look at my balance right now, about 10, almost close to 10%. It's like 9-ish, 8-ish. They do take. There is a fee that they take out of your donations directly, and I'm fine with it. I have no problem with that. That's actually the cheapest rate. Twitch takes a hell of a lot more. YouTube takes a way hell of a lot more. Like, for example, if you were to donate on Twitch, they charge you, I think it's $1.40 for 100 bits, which a bit to a creator is worth 1 penny. But if you buy bits, they're $1. Now, you can get them by watching ads and stuff too, so you can get some of that back, you know, but at the same time, it's still a pretty hefty fee. Now, granted, they do have a good infrastructure for that, but they're still milking the ads too, which means when you have advertisers in the mix, you have censorship, guaranteed. Even not intentionally. They don't want to piss off the people that bring in the money, and those are the advertisers. So while they do provide a way to make money off of contributions to creators, and they take some off the top, and in some cases they earn it by doing various things. I don't have a problem with Twitch and the way they're doing things. But the Twitch is only good for the non-censor, the content that's kind of not going to get me in trouble. As far as censorship is in my opinions, in my commentary. That's what's important to me. This is where I got the most passion. This is where my best content is. It's here on DLive right now. All the other shit is shit people probably don't give a fuck about, or only some people that really like my shit watch. But make no mistake, the evidence to me, look at the growth just since I announced I was doing these podcasts here. I'm up to 565 followers now. If it continues in this trajectory, I'm liable to make partner here, and then I'll have 24-day hosting of my streams, which would be immaculately awesome. I look at the replays right now on my fucking shit. Thank you for the 3-month resub, Yelva, and also thank you, Amateur13, for the ice cream. You guys, oh wow, you guys are on fire today. So yeah, that's the reason we're having podcasts here, by the way. Where I'm doing my content here on DLive is because you guys are taking care of me. YouTube isn't taking care of me in any way. Even if they weren't doing it financially, they could keep me there if they were straight up doing their fucking job, and that's to get the impressions on my thumbnails. Let people have the opportunity to decide whether or not I suck. I do not want an algorithm in between me and people. I am willing to play the popularity game, which used to be how it worked. You got on trending if people watched, liked, and subscribed to your shit, or even back in the star days where you got 5 stars, put you on trending, no problem. It's a little different how it works on LBRY. We'll go over that too. But we need a better platform for creators to survive. And I see so many heart-wrenching stories of small creators who are getting owned right now by Susan and her policies and these algorithms, which have just grown out of control. From the crypto banning, to COPPA, to the de-ranking and deplatforming of natural health in a lot of cases. if you talk about anything that doesn't fit the corporate narrative now, you're going to be fucked. Corporations rule YouTube now. Independent content creators, we're going to get shoved to the bottom. We're going to get the scraps from the corporate tables. And that's it. And the only thing left for us to do to survive this and still create content is to come out here to the blockchain-based platforms and figure it out. And guess what? I have already seen it. I guarantee you, if you're a YouTuber and you start a following on one of these other small platforms, yeah, it's going to look shitty compared to what your YouTube numbers are in terms of views. Financially, you're going to be smiling a lot more as you grow on these platforms. But for the most part, you're going to be like, oh, I only got 30 views. How much was 30 views on YouTube going to pay you? You get 30 views on... well, let me just take a look real quick. Let me look at LBRY. Let's show you. Let's show you where I'm at. I'm going to go over the finances for those of you on YouTube who are YouTubers or somehow find this video through the algorithm mess. So in the time that I just started up preparing for this podcast, I have pulled in 3 tips on LBRY. This is my current available balance. Now, this isn't the whole balance because there are staked amounts. You see, when someone tips you, you know how on YouTube you have likes on your videos? Well, on LBRY you get tips, which is money, which is crypto. The value changes, and it's wildly variant. You know, it could be worth 3 cents one day or 0.5 cents another day. It's up right now. Can you guess why? Can you guess why LBC is worth 3 cents? Or is lemons here on DLIVE are worth 1 right now? It's because of what YouTube is doing. They have disenfranchised the wrong fucking crowd when they fucked with crypto. I don't think they realized how much of a misstep it is. So much so it's affecting the markets. But, like, these are videos I already did. I'm on a boat. That was my travel video from Texas that YouTube hasn't pumped out to anybody. Somebody just tipped me 9 cents. Or it was auto-tipped to me, which is a thing. There is a reward system in place for content creators. Podcasts about talking about Susan. There's another 9. These are worth 3 cents a piece right now if I were to cash them in. But that's only if I unlock them. While I leave them locked, they are officially staked, which will put me up in the trending, which will put me up it to the further up the list. You can also stake yourself. Like I could load $50 in here. You don't lose the money. You just support yourself. It locks that LBC into the system, and while that is locked, you will show up higher in the search algorithms. So people will see your content. But because the platform's so small, it doesn't take much LBC to stake. That'll change as you get whales in here. People that have lots of fucking LBC to throw around can pretty much promote who they want. And that's kind of how Steam It and all of those platforms have been doing it for a while. So every time I get a tip, that's pushing me up in the algorithm in popularity. As in, the more people like my shit, they give me tips. A lot of these tips are just LBC they earned being on the platform watching shit. Or maybe they're also creators and they're getting a lot of the creator rewards. So let me go over that a little bit for those of you on YouTube. Thanks for the lemons, Gerg63. And thanks for the resub, Arne. Thanks for the 2 lemons fasting XRP and the resub as well. You guys are just fucking, oh my God, you guys are supporting me well today. This is making me feel like I'm doing the right thing, by the way. The fact that you guys are taking care of me here when YouTube has left me out to fucking die, that says a lot. Whales are people that have a lot of crypto to throw around. They could potentially come to LBRY and promote the videos they want, the creators they want. There's already a whale on there that I view as a whale. He'll just stake 10,000 LBC on videos that he likes. You can also stake yourself, and he stakes himself. And sure enough, he's in the first page in the first ranking. But he described how he got there. And he said, look, I just deposited a bunch, because he's a big crypto trader. He's a crypto channel. So he's invested in this. He says it's undervalued right now, so it's a great investment for those of you who trade crypto. But he just straight up boosted. That's value for that LBC. That means it will always be worth money, because being able to get exposure, and as more and more people go to the platform and watch videos in addition to creating content, that's going to make the crypto more valuable, and we're already seeing it in terms of since this crypto apocalypse bullshit happened. So if I look at the rewards, this is what you YouTubers who create content will be concerned with. These are just my rewards right now. I've worked my way up. My next reward here, I got 51 views. Now, you're limited. You can't go out here and just fucking go nuts and get these rewards. First of all, if you uploaded your videos and you checked the box and allowed them to download all your YouTube content and put it on the platform, it takes a while. It's still working for me. If I look at my publishes, these are all my YouTube content. So it's a great backup tool for those of you who don't fucking back your shit up on YouTube and then cry when they delete you. Here, you don't have to give any thought to it. And then once you verify your channel, first they back it up to LBRY.TV, and then once you verify it, it starts downloading to your computer. So you get a copy of all your backups in your folder for you to seed. You need a little hard drive space as a YouTuber to accommodate the videos, especially if you have a lot of them. But I don't have a problem with that. I can buy another hard drive if I need to. So thanks for the follow, Trepolo. Trevin, I did see his last video on YouTube where he said that he'll probably leave to LBRY. Are you done with YouTube then? No, I'm not done with YouTube. But as I've said before, at least we found you on YouTube, Simcat. As I said before, my health content and commentary, my opinions, the triggered, all of that shit, that's not going to be on YouTube anymore. I'm not done with YouTube. I'm going to put content there that I think works, and we'll show you a little bit of what I think works. I'll experiment with shit, and I'll also be telling people on YouTube when I have content out here that they might want to watch, and give them an avenue to do so through ScottTheTruckDriver.com. That's my plan. I'm always going to make content, but YouTube ain't getting it all anymore, and it's their own fault. It has nothing to do with the subscribers. I'm sorry for those of you who are going to be inconvenienced by this that might want to watch, and some of them are not going to bother. They're going to be like, okay, well, see ya. It's a price I'm willing to pay, to be honest with you, given what I'm seeing coming from YouTube at this point. You'll get some of the vloggier shit. They like that. They like camera shit. They definitely like camera shit. Why? Because there's sponsors behind that. There's advertisers they can throw on it, so they're definitely promoting the shit out of that. Music seems to be doing okay-ish. I don't get a lot of exposure on that because it's a saturated video market. But I'm not quitting YouTube. There's an asterisk there. I'm just taking the content that I think YouTube wants from me in order to give me the growth that I seek, and giving them that. And then I'm taking the rest of my balls and I'm putting them in other baskets or something. It's a good fucking analogy, right? So I'm not quitting YouTube. But if you want my best content, it's probably not going to go on YouTube. Why? Because they'll censor it. They'll derank me. They'll stifle my channel growth and let it die. I'm not willing to let that happen, given I've given 4 years of my life to that fucking channel. I'm going to post the videos I think that YouTube wants. I'm going to give them what they want from us little guys, and that's the non-controversial, advertiser-friendly, to a degree. I'm not going to fucking stop swearing. But I don't think they care about that, given what I've seen. Like, my best video that's performing on YouTube right now has nothing to do with not swearing. I swear my ass off in it. It's more about the opinions that they're censoring than the language. If they censored language, all of their fucking corporate sponsored shit and their big guys would be fucked. But as we've seen, even the family-friendly shit got fucked in the process as well. So everyone's getting fucked on YouTube. But if we look here, these are the rewards, just for verifying your email. They give you a little bit. As you gain a following on here. So if you're a YouTuber and you drive traffic here, I'm up to 36 right now. I don't know if I've got any new sign-on bonuses. I don't want to show you that because that has people's emails addresses, and I don't want to dox anyone. You know, as I get up in, there's different tiers. It's like achievements, if you were to think about it in video game terms. I get another 200 LBC there. Every month, I get 500 LBC just for being a YouTuber. And it is in producing content, and it gets mirrored over. So even if you don't want to post content on LBRY, if you're a YouTuber, why not get a little bit of extra revenue, especially if you're taking it in the ass and not getting much in ad revenue on YouTube? If you're successful with the ad revenue and you don't want to take away from that, well then yeah, you probably don't want to post it here because then people won't be watching your ads. This is more than enough compensation given the ad revenue that I get out of YouTube. I am now currently at $60 a month in ad revenue, which is abysmally fucking low. I could easily take this 500 and double it by trading crypto. So I have no problem with this. So if you like ad-free experiences and you want to watch my shit, well, guess what? You can go to LBRY and watch it ad-free. And you don't even have to sign up. You can just go to the LBRY.tv or through ScottTheTruckDriver.com or just download the app. And you could be anonymous on here. You don't have to have an account. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's your life. You know, does it help me support my content if you do? Absolutely. Oil Orange Juice, does LBRY offer live streaming? Nope. And that is why I'm not going anywhere from DLive. So if you're here on DLive, don't worry. I'm not taking my ball, anything away from here. The Thursday podcast will be here. These kinds of podcasts, which will be mirrored to LBRY. All my replays, once they are no longer hosted here on DLive, so they'll be here first for the live streams and the replays. I will then take them once they fall off of the DLive replay list, which is 3 days right now. It'll go up once I'm if I ever make partner, you'll get 24 days on here. And I'll leave them there. And then once they fall off, because I back them up, I record them, I will post them on LBRY and host them there. And then you can watch to your heart's content. My content is all out. I've already posted 2 or 3 of the replays on DLive, on LBRY, LBRY, and that's important to make that decision. Some people search for it and they'll type LBRY and not find it. If you have subscribed to my email list and you have access to the subscriber lounge on ScottTheTruckDriver.com, I am also embedding the newer videos I post on that page. So there's already 3 live streams there, and we're talking like 4-hour live streams. You know, even if you just listen, you can just throw it on, go to LBRY.tv on your phone, search for the podcast, throw it on. It starts streaming through their site, assuming I uploaded it properly. And you can just listen to the shit while you're doing whatever. My content, this is a nice way to get my content to you guys. And they're paying me as well. The site is. And the more of you that go over there, the more they take care of me. Not to mention you can tip yourselves if you like being on the platform and you find other creators you want to watch, which is in its infancy. They don't have the variety that you do, but they're doing a lot better than BitChute. I've given a lot more watch time. As you can see here, I've only been watching for like 4 days or so. 5 days, actually, ish. And I'm already on tier 4 of the views per day. 10 views a day count. And this is something you get also if you're just a watcher. The more you view, you get 10 you add 10 views a day. So it's incentivizing you to keep coming and watching content on the platform. And there is content to watch. If I go into my library, I've pulled, these are the ones I'm hosting. I'm seeding these because I liked them, or I'm going to watch them later. There's hiking, there's backpacking. I've discovered there is an adventure exploration niche on here, which is some of the content I enjoy watching. Not much in the true crime realm yet. There's tech on here, obviously. There's crypto on here. and of course, lately, a lot of the YouTube, there's this channel I'm going to be binge watching, this abandoned channel, because it's really well put together documentary style on abandoned places and what their history is and stuff like that. So I'm into that. But right now, the big news is a lot of the YouTube bullshit going on. I'm finding music on there. I'm finding all kinds of shit, really, that I probably wouldn't find on YouTube. And surprisingly, not a lot of toxic content, which surprised me because I expected what I see on BitChute. BitChute is just full of disenfranchised motherfuckers spouting off some fucked up, offensive shit wherever they can, which I don't have a problem with. You do you. I don't have to watch or listen to that shit. But I'm liking that I'm finding more intellectual stuff on here, more, I don't know, easy to consume stuff on LBRY. If I look at the trending page, and this is the other thing, this search engine is 10 times better than BitChute. It's not 100% up to YouTube level in terms of how it works exactly, but it's not fucked with. I put a tag in here, and you can put all your custom tags in here. And at any time, like say I wanted to just watch backpacking shit, I can go over here to these are my tags on the side here. I click the fucking backpacking tag, and I get all the backpacking content from trending, or I can do top or new. New is unfiltered. New you're going to get, and somebody posted it 5 minutes ago, you're going to see it. Top is the most tipped. The most, and that's when people tip something they like, it goes up, or if they staked it, it goes up. In trending, same thing. Most tipped, most staked within a time period and stuff. So those are the ways that you can find shit on here, and it's 10 times better than BitChute. So if you're one of those, I'm going to BitChute motherfuckers, you need to take another look at LBRY, because they have upgraded this, which when I first downloaded it was shit. They've been working on this. They're continuing to work on it. There'll be future versions of the app. And from what I've seen, they're pretty passionate about this. So, YouTube is only good for karaoke music now. Not even good for that from a creator perspective. I mean, they're not going to censor it. They're not going to fuck with it as long as I don't do any copyrighted shit or do karaoke. Well, even karaoke I can't get away with completely on YouTube. I have to sing whatever their licenses are. I can do whatever the fuck I want on LBRY in terms of that, because karaoke is transformative, so it seems fair use to me. But there's the only policing on here, and I'm a little concerned, it's not perfect, the way that it's set up. There's things that can go wrong, and I'm not going to advertise what they are, but there's definitely flaws in having a completely uncontrolled, unfiltered system, but I'll take that. I'll take that over the algorithms and the censorship any day of the week. Let me take care of my own censorship. And you can, by the way. If you see somebody popping up on your shit and you don't like them, you can straight up go in, click their channel, and there's a little block thing. They'll disappear from this entire search engine, which is taking care of your own censorship, which is the way it fucking should be. If you don't like something, don't watch it. Remove it. Don't remove everyone's right, because somebody else might like it. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you get to censor it. And that's the point of free speech. The community takes care of the people that say offensive things. They do. People will disagree. People will respond. The community can police itself. We don't need Susan to take care of it for us. So, wouldn't it be great if Susan watched this and smack down my channel? I'll be a YouTube martyr, no problem. Thanks for the lemon and the ice cream, DJ Johnny B 1984. Late was hoping the pets would welcome Psychic Outlaw. Do you like LBRY better than DLIVE? I like them both the same. I am definitely a fan of DLIVE. I'm not going anywhere. DLive's going to be here. DLive doesn't have a video hosting option. I want to film videos offline. I don't want to stream everything I do. I like streaming, and it's easy to do, but I'm still going to want to produce my original video content to where I can just do my stream of thoughts. I don't feel like I'm neglecting anybody in the chat or any of that kind of stuff. And I'm in the future going to be hosting that stuff here on DLive and on LBRY. These are different platforms for different purposes. And I'm going to utilize both of them in my workflow with a little bit of Twitch and a little bit of YouTube at the bottom. So there's still going to be content for me on YouTube. So don't unsubscribe if you fucking want to see that. I mean, if you're pissed and you unsubscribe, oh well, I've been watching that happen for the past fucking week. At the same time, I got to do what I got to do as a content creator. If I want to continue to grow, and I'm not going to be able to grow on YouTube, I have to spread out to these other platforms where I can reach people and grow. I'm growing on fucking DLIVE. I'm growing on fucking LBRY. Shit. Today alone, where am I at? Let me look at my channel. I got 386 videos published here. I got 36 followers. That's more than I would get if I started a YouTube channel today. Just saying. Even my photography channel I tried to start on YouTube didn't do that well. And definitely I haven't got a fucking dime on anything I did on my photography channel on YouTube. That's why I haven't posted there. I'm like, I don't want to do all that over again. You know? So around this time, you YouTubers who create content might be like, well, how much money am I going to make, motherfucker? Well, I made $60. I've been on it 6 months, made $60. A lot of that was made over the past couple days. And to show you, you know, we had the YouTube debacle. YouTube has admitted its mistakes via Twitter. They replied, hey there was an error on our side during the review process. Well, bullshit. No, you got called out and you bit off more than you can chew when you pissed off the fucking crypto community is what happened. And now you're backpedaling because there was zero communication while you were banning motherfuckers over Christmas. So I'm sorry. My opinion is I'm calling bullshit on this reply. But they're saying they fucked up and they're reinstating motherfuckers. Well, congratulations, but I think you just let the cat out of the bag. Because if we read here, while content is reinstated, trust is lost. Yeah, that's the big fucking statement right there, YouTube. Although a team YouTube has admitted to the platform's mistake, a number of YouTubers were impacted over the holidays by the apparent, well, yeah, it's a big, nobody's watching your shit. You can't post shit. You can't make money. And crypto is you have to put out videos every day, and those videos are only relevant for a short period of time because you're talking about current moves in the market. So, yeah. They fucked a whole lot of creators. So what happened? How did that affect? Well, here, if we look at the price of LBRY, this is current, by the way. This is LBRY credits. This is the tokens you get on LBRY. We're up 22% in the past 24 hours. If we look at the trend since this debacle happened, you're going to see something interesting. If we look at the 7-day, so this is around the time that YouTube decided to fuck crypto. And look what's happening. It is climbing in value. And they've gone from, they were sitting at 1 cent, a value of 1 penny per LBC, and we are now at 3 cents per LBC. And it could go higher. It could crash again. I don't know. That's the flaw of this. There's no guarantee. You have to watch the market when you cash in your LBC if you're a content creator. And you might have to sit on it and wait for a while before the value climbs to where you want to cash it in. But if we look at the 1 month, look at this. Holy shit. If you were holding here, you're fucking having a nice payday over here, by the way, especially if you bought a lot of it at this low price. If we look at the 1 year, on LBC. They started out strong, and this is around the time I came in right here. Like, it was all-time low here. Why? Because it was a beta, and it was pretty shitty the first time the app came out. It wasn't easy to work with. I had trouble uploading or getting my content to show on things. They've fixed a lot of that, and just in time, too, because if YouTube wouldn't have pulled their bullshit, I wouldn't have thought of LBRY again. And like I told you before, the whole reason I thought of LBRY, somebody showed up on Minds, where I also mirror my shit, and told me, hey, I watched your music video on fucking LBRY. And by the way, my music is actually earning me shit on LBRY. Not earning me much in fucking YouTube. I think I get $2 for each song I've put out total so far. And that's probably about all it's going to do. Why? Because it's going to die. Like all the other videos on YouTube that aren't corporate, they die. But right now is a great time to get on board. If you're into crypto, especially trading. This was been undervalued for a long time, because now that I see what the system is, what it's capable of, and if it got mass adoption, I think the highest it went was $1. Let's go to all here. This could happen. Imagine now you're a YouTuber, right? And you're earning all your passive. You get your $500 a month. And then you check your LBC value one day, and you come in, and it's worth $1.06 USD. And you're sitting on like probably 3,000 or 4,000 of it, because you've been sitting here and all you did was mirror your fucking YouTube videos over. And you got to keep an eye on the market, obviously. But you say you wake up one morning and you're looking at CoinMarketCap, which is the go-to site to figure out the value of crypto, and it's worth $1.10 a pop, and you're sitting on like 4,000 of it. What do? Well, clearly you fucking get paid. That's what you do. I'd still leave some in just in case, but yeah, that's a big profit you could take there. And then once you pull it out, you sit on it for a little bit, watch what the market does, and if it tanks, well, then you can buy back in, and look at that. You took a profit. Welcome to crypto trading for dummies. And I'm a dummy. Don't take financial advice from me. I'm just saying, if you're a YouTuber, you didn't do anything. You didn't invest any money to get this fucking payday. And it could happen again. With all the bullshit YouTube's pulling, pissing people off, the word's going to spread. Word around the campfire right now is BitChute, DTube, and LBRY are what people are getting pushed towards. So I'd be pretty happy if this happened again. Let me just put it that way. You know, granted, I just pulled a lot out of there, but I'm going to be growing it without investing additional. I might even invest additional. I don't know. We'll see what the price does. I'm a little nervous. It's early days. So I'm not going to like fucking throw a shit ton of money into LBC right now. But if I see it continue the stability, because if it stabilizes at 3 cents and I see that it's stabilized, I'll pump some into it every now and then. I'll throw $20 here, $20 there, and invest, because I can use that the same way I use Minds tokens to promote my content and get my shit pumped in front of eyes. So that's what I'm looking at in terms of a LBRY. But make no mistake, while it's worth 3 cents now, and it's climbing. So if I don't know when you're watching this on YouTube, look at the market and see where you're at. But I'd say 500 LBC at 3 cents a pop a month just to mirror your content is a pretty good deal compared to ad revenue right now. And that's without hardly any followers or people watching necessarily. I'm getting some views, I'm getting some follows, and I think the more I do content on there, the more I share these replays and provides value to the people that are pissed off and on that platform, so be it. Not to mention giving you guys a place on, for those of you who like my content that found me through YouTube or here on DLive for that matter, giving you a place where you can watch my shit ad free. It doesn't have to cost you anything. And if you want to support me and get into this, by all means, but you don't have to. And it is what it is. I like the potential here. I'm going to put my time into this platform. Some of it. Not all of it. I'm not leaving YouTube for LBRY. I'm not leaving DLive for LBRY. I'm adding it to my arsenal in replacing BitChute with it, quite frankly, because I'm pissed off at BitChute. I haven't been able to upload there easily. It's been a nightmare. These guys have a Discord channel. I can talk to them when I have a problem. I get actual support, something you can't even get on YouTube. They're doing everything right in my book from what I've seen so far. So just to show you, this is how you get your shit from LBC into your Bitcoin wallet, which you would set up from an exchange like Coinbase. This is a trade I did before. It takes like an hour for this to happen, but you go through SimpleSwap and you send it, you send the wallet address that you want to trade to. It And, you know, it's a whole process. You just fucking send it from one wallet, your LBC wallet. It trades for you. They take a little bit, much like PayPal or any of these other fucking processors do. They get a commission. They get more commission if they get you a better deal too. So depending on how you do that, there's tutorials on this. I have tested this twice now and was able to successfully pull my LBC, which I turned in 2050, is what I'm at right now. That's because I invested. I come back and forth. I've been playing. I rode that little wave you saw there and made a profit, because I do know how to trade a little bit. And I had it sent to my Coinbase, and right now Bitcoin's on a little bit of a pump. So if we look at 24 hours here, so I just got this now and it's up. Let's see, it was up. It's dropping down. So this is volatile, but it's not as volatile as the other coins. But that's roughly, I started with $40 ish on just from doing nothing. Like, I posted my videos, I had $40 worth of this shit. It shot up in value, so now I'm almost $60, and I could literally cash this out right now, and that'd be my payday. I'm leaving it in a little bit because it looks like Bitcoin's pumping, so I'm gonna see if that pumps a little bit. But you don't have to. You can just fucking cash out and from your Coinbase to your PayPal or your bank account or however you got it set up. So yeah, that's how you get paid as a content creator, through LBRY. And it works. It's working right now. I'm not having any issues whatsoever with that. If I look in my wallet right now, like I said, it's growing. And every day I check in, I do my views for the day, I get my rewards for the day. Sometimes it's 20, 30, plus I get tips throughout the day for the content that I have up there. And even if you just mirrored your shit, you know, it helps to put a little effort in and maybe stake some of your content so that people find it on the platform easier. But other than that, there's no excuse for a YouTuber not to do this. It's a fucking backup of all your videos. Automatic, in the background. You don't have to worry about it. Just leave the app open. It'll back your shit up. And, you know, that'll be that. Let me catch up with the chat here. I realize I've been droning for a little while here. Do they upload your YouTube from YouTube? Absolutely, Jazzy Joe. Yep, they copy it directly. I didn't have to do anything. I told them that I would mirror my YouTube. The only thing I had to do is, once they completed it and it was on LBRY.TV, which is separate, I just had to sync it. And now it's syncing all of my content in the background on my computer to my hard drive. And then I will be seeding my own videos from there. But they do, LBRY TV does not, like, your computer doesn't have to be on for your YouTube mirror. And it wasn't for me. Like, I didn't run the app at all during that time of growth, where I grew to 20 followers and $40 worth of LBC, which I've now turned into almost 60. And I could trade back and forth. I could try and see if it's going to pump higher. I could throw the, you know, from my Bitcoin wallet back into LBC. But I'm actually going to take it out because I just want to see what happens before I dive into investing in LBC, because this could just be a one-off pump. I don't know. But I know that the potential here tells me that it's undervalued in terms of the coins. So we'll see. We'll see if it grows. But I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm saying just mirror your shit there. That's it. It's a win. Your first fucking time mirroring it, it give you 1,000 fucking LBC. Right in the gate. Here you go. You say yes. Oh, here's 1,000 LBC. Thank you. Because they want content. They want to get the platform to grow. And they know that where that starts is getting all of your content off YouTube with your permission and putting it on there. And then you start earning from that. And a lot of times it's videos that haven't earned you a fucking penny in ad revenue in forever, and that nobody watches anymore because the algorithms crushed them. So it's a no-brainer for a YouTuber that creates content to do this. It really is. You download the app. The app is way better than when I downloaded it for the first time. It's probably a lot easier to get your shit pulled over. And if you have any problems, go to their Discord. They have it on their website. There's a big FAQ. Read through it. There's a lot to take in there. A lot of explanation on what their goals are and their platform. And there's some really great interviews on the site. So Yeah, it's definitely Fasting XRP. Thanks for the diamond. So you can auto back up your YouTube with one click to library. A kind of one click. I mean, you got to download the app and you got to sign up with your email and then you got to verify your email. And then once you've done all of that, it'll give you the option to set up your channel names and do all of that. It's a little bit of a learning curve. You might have to watch like some tutorials or something, or maybe read their site to just get up to speed on how it works. Because there's a lot to it as a creator. To a viewer, it's easy. They don't even have to fucking get the app. They can go to LBRY.TV and watch shit. But if they want the full experience and they want to be able to interact and support and comment with your shit, they have to sign up. And all it takes is an email address and a verification for that right now. So yeah, that's really all there is to that. And if my dumb ass can do it, I think anybody can do it. Corbett Report is still there. Only YouTube channel I trust completely, along with the Snake Diet. But I guarantee you, Corbett Report's channels, and I've watched his channel. I keep up with some of his. He's got a good anti-corporate conspiracy thing going too, right along the lines of some of the shit I say. So I'm willing to bet he's going to branch out at some point if he hasn't already. Why? Because I'm willing to bet sooner or later Susan's going to get around to fucking him up, like she's done to all the other conspiracy theory channels. There's not a lot of conspiracy content, surprisingly, yet, because I think most of the conspiracy channels that got fucked with ended up on BitChute. So they'll probably keep going to BitChute unless BitChute is fucking up like they were for me. I just can't upload. That's the only problem I have with BitChute. I can't upload there. And the video quality is way shittier on BitChute than on LBRY. LBRY, you can get 4K. Now, granted, your people watching you are going to have a pain in the ass downloading the 4K. And it doesn't stream through LBRY.TV, but I can put 4K videos and get them to you if you have the app, because it downloads to your computer and then you can watch it, And there's people that put content up that if you're ever watching through the web client, which is LBRY.TV, and you get a problem watching something, it's probably because it's not in a format they can stream to you through that website. If you have the app, though, it downloads to your computer and then you just look at it directly, watch it directly. So there's that. It is a file exchange medium. Like, you can send all kinds of files. But be careful. Just randomly click shit. Look at what kind of file it is. If it's a movie file, it's not going to fucking virus you or anything. If it's a text file, it's not. If it's a JPEG, it's probably not. There's no... But if it's an EXE or a zip, I would be concerned. I probably wouldn't download that. And it lets you warn. It lets you, when you click through, there's a little icon on downloading apps. So there's that. Kaboom. Thanks for the lemon champagne crypto, and thanks for the follow. Mongolian throat singing. I feel like I'm throat singing right now as I try to talk through my cold. Thank you for the 1 month sub streak, Dr. Twist. I found it easy so far. I can't find where you mirror, though. It should be part of the sign up process in the settings. Let me look. I forget how I did that. So yeah, there's tutorials on how to do this. Getting all kinds of views from Susan too. Imagine that.
There's just some issues with YouTube at the moment.
Yeah, no shit.
Sync my YouTube channel, something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Kind of been keeping an eye on LBRY since they're, which is what I'm on right now. But what I'm going to do is click on creators.
There you go.
And I'm going to go to the
YouTube Partner Program. There you go. This is how you do it.
My YouTube channel over here, and I'm going to just go through the steps here. I haven't actually done this yet, so we're going to kind of do this live together.
So yeah, check out that video. I'll throw the link in the chat because I don't want to replay. I don't want to take away from this guy. Let me cap. There's that instructional video on how to do it right there, and it looks pretty easy. It's a 6-minute video, so, and it looks like you do it through the web client, which is probably what I did. And I think I did it after. I think what my problem was is I did it. The only thing I ran into, don't start a channel name with your channel on YouTube yet. You want to do it in terms of, you can start a channel. Doesn't take much to do that at all, of any name you want. But if you want your channel name to be your channel, you start up on that partner page. And I think that, if I remember right, that's how I did it too. But it was still early beta when I first signed on with them. Oh, I didn't even show you. But there's the link. Sorry. Anyways, sorry. My bad. You guys should have told me. But if you want to do that, you do it through the web, through the YouTube Creator program, and then you'll get that bonus. It'll immediately start syncing your content to LBRY.TV. Once it is all synced there and you're all caught up, it will become available to your... Now, you got to be logged in, I think, on LBRY to do it, or start an account if you haven't already. And then it will tell you, are you ready to sync? And when you sync, it downloads all your videos to your computer from YouTube. And then you have a backup of all your videos, essentially. And you're also seeding them, which makes the viewing experience easier. And the more people who seed your shit, the quicker the downloads go, depending on your client settings. So like if you have 10 people seeding your video, it's going to be really quick for somebody else who wants to download and watch your video. So that's how that goes. Hey, dude, happy to finally catch one of your streams. Well, thank you, Rowdy. I throw up these I'm trying to actually every 3 days, when a stream falls off of the replay, I might try and do a podcast stream somewhere in there. I do the karaoke shit and all the other shit, music streams too, but those are fun. I do know that you guys want my commentary, and so I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to try and do it in such a way that you can come to DLive and have something to watch on the replays, and then if you want more from there, then you go to LBRY and you get the rest of the replays that have fallen off. That's the goal. That's why I'm using LBRY. And because of the LBRY.TV allowing me to embed, I can put them in the subscriber lounge. So subscribe to my email list, ScottTheTruckDriver.com. There's a little forum there. Go to support and subscribe and there's a forum at the bottom. I do get occasionally emails from people that didn't find that forum and they're like, can you just add me? I can add you that way. I prefer if you fill out and do it through the way it is, but if you can't figure out how to do that, I do manually add you to the mailing list. If that's necessary. But, continuing along with our little talk on LBRY. So what have we covered so far? As far as the viewing experience, better search engine than BitChute. No more BitChute. That's correct, Mr. Humpty. I've given up on trying to post there. What's there is there. They could turn it around at some point, but the video quality on LBRY I'm happier with. I like the infrastructure. I like that I'm already earning money on there. I haven't earned a fucking penny on BitChute, by the way. I have my donate tab's been there. I haven't gotten shit on BitChute. So, and I'm just not... I wanted to mirror on BitChute just to have something to embed to my website. Turns out on LBRY, I can do both. I can get something I can embed in my website so that you guys can watch my content on ScottTheTruckDriver.com. And I also want LBRY to become a new platform where people are on LBRY watching content. Why? Because I'm earning money from that. I'm getting paid for all the work I've done. And work I've done on videos years ago are bringing in a little bit of income. And I can boost that by staking more crypto and get those numbers up. Something that costs me money to do on Mines, by the way. This is an advantage over Mines, as it doesn't cost me anything to boost and get impressions on my content on LBRY. So as LBRY keeps growing, and it's the word's on the street now. Word's on the street. Crypto's been spreading the word. Anybody that gets fucked ups on here, like I found this interesting. I don't watch kids content, but I found this is LBRY right here. This is the app. So I found this video on there. Just random. I was clicking. I was looking through, seeing what I can find. I spent hours of watch time on this already. So YouTube's losing out on me right now as far as a viewer. And I came across this. Now, this is just a mirrored YouTube video, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a direct post. This is somebody who was like, oh shit, I'm getting fucked by COPPA, which is the Child Online Privacy Act, which has taken away revenue from all of these content creators and exposure. That's part of the deal. They're not allowed to get notification. Well, let's just watch. Let's just show you a little bit via LBRY, because this is just mirrored content. Note the video quality as well, if you can.
Oh, no. Beth can't stop crying. Beth, what did you say?
This is a child's channel or a
I
kid
just
channel.
can't stop crying because of COPPA. I know, Beth. I'm so sad, and only you guys are here. All the other elves are in the North Pole. Hey, everybody.
Thanks for the ice cream,
as you
Gyro
can
Spin Up
see,
also.
only Beth
And the
is
diamond,
here
Mr. Humpty.
today, and I kind of feel like Beth because the other day I actually cried. I had a breakdown. A breakdown. No, I didn't have a breakdown. I didn't make any cookies. I had a breakdown, and I cried, and I was like, I just can't believe this is happening.
Now, she's not alone. There are so many genres of YouTubers who have made this same kind of video. Welcome to the party to the crypto crowd. Welcome to the party to the family-friendly content. Who has gotten fucked the hardest in the month of December? Crypto's getting their shit put back together a little bit. There's still some problems there, but the cat's out of the bag. You have violated our trust, YouTube, and we ain't gonna take that shit laying down, not when we have alternatives to turn to that, quite frankly, while we may not have the viewer base or the exposure that we supposedly could get on YouTube, and I do stress supposedly because I'm going to show you why I think that's fucked up right now. Right now, YouTube wants you to make certain kinds of content, and they don't want you to make other kinds of content. And if you're one of the ones that wants to make that other kinds of content, if you do it on YouTube, your channel's not going to grow. Straight up.
And my whole channel could be destroyed. Look, my Christmas tree is still up because I have a year-round Christmas tree, and next I'm going to decorate it for Valentine's Day. But anyway, back to the drama. I am really stressed out because COPPA is coming in January, and it's now the end of December. And so what that means is to protect children online, we're losing our targeted ads, which is how we get paid, and also...
Now, I don't cry a lot. See that house she's in? She mentions it later in the video, but you can check that out on LBRY. It's Danny C. Baby, Beth Just Can't. And if you search, you'll find it. But she bought that house that she's vlogging in with ad revenue. So she had a good life a good run on YouTube. What about those of us that have put 4 years in and don't have shit to show for it? My total for 4 years of revenue on YouTube, 4 years of work, my entire body of work. This is why I've been so pissed off, by the way, because I don't mind doing low cost work if it's going to eventually get there and be a full-time career. So looking at my YouTube shit, first of all, this is fucking shady as fuck right here. Why is all my data gone? It says data temporarily unavailable. Let me see if they brought it back. Let me refresh here. Better not. Yeah, it's still, for some reason, this data is mysteriously unavailable right now. But if we look at the last 90 days, assuming that, no, that's not even 90 days. We can't even look at the whole last 90 days. So here's a graph of views, right? And these are the top videos that are performing in this view sphere. And they're color-coded. So all of my keto, carnivore, and all of that shit, can you guess what lines those are? Can you guess? It's these motherfucking lines down here. What do you see there? You see pretty much a flat trajectory, right? That's what we call algorithmic cap. That means these videos aren't getting impressions, aren't getting exposure, and are died. They're pretty much dead. They'll get a trickle of views for the duration of the channel. And that trickle, that faucet is heavily, tightly controlled based on the ad revenue and the advertisers and what they choose to advertise on. This line up here, can you guess what video that is? That is what all of these lines should be doing, by the way. At least some of them. Maybe not all of them. Maybe I made a video that sucked. This is the GoPro video. Do not buy GoPro Hero 8. It is garbage. That video is viral as fuck for me right now. Viral as fuck. This is what all my videos should look like in the graph. Maybe to different degrees. Maybe they'll be less clickbaity, more clickbaity. I don't know. But there should be a whole lot of squiggly lines up here. One of those videos down here doesn't suck. And should be doing exactly what... And this isn't the greatest fucking video I ever done on camera shit either. It's just something clickbaity that a lot of people like. that are clicking. I'm not even liking it. It's ratioed. It's like 40% of people watching it hated it. There's a lot of fanboys in the camera community. But that video is doing the squiggly line shit. It's probably good for 50,000 views if it continues the way it is, which I'm fine with. And then you wonder why I want to make camera shit. This is my commentary down here. And I can tell you, if I was able to show you, thanks to this conveniently fucked up shit here, this is how it's been for fucking 2 years. There'll be an occasional spike. And even then, if one of these videos spiked, it only spiked once and then went whoosh, crushed back down to nothing. No squiggly line to the side, no peaks and valleys, no. Crushed. You get the spike in the beginning, then the algorithm kicks in and bam, you're fucked. And you get nothing for exposure. I don't give a shit about that shitty ad revenue. I give a shit about this. Impressions. GoPro, 52,000 in this period that's shown on this graph, which isn't even a whole 90 days because of their fucked up views here. 52,000 impressions. That's people seeing the thumbnail and deciding whether or not they want to click. 8.9% click-through. So yes, it was more clicky. Then we get down to my other content, some of which has been on here for quite a while. I guess Thomas DeLauer, talking shit about Thomas DeLauer. Well, it turns out you're not allowed to do commentary and you're not allowed to talk about health without the algorithm kicking in the nuts. 13,000 views in the same time period. Carbs Essential for Life came out after this, granted. Still, I guarantee you it's going to stay down here. Look at what's getting more views or more impressions, though. Carnivore diet a failure. Algorithm's going to think I'm talking shit, bad shit about the carnivore diet. Yeah, it's going to get more impressions. Why do I keep failing at the keto diet? That's very clickbaity. Now, granted, if you click that, you're not going to think that the keto diet's a failure, but because the word failure and keto diet are in there, the algorithm's giving me more impressions on that. Slightly more, but not that much more. Can you trust your doctor? Jason Fung doesn't think so. See, as we get deeper into the more supportive topics of the ketogenic diet, yeah. Now, there's a spigot. Over time, I'll continue to get impressions, and this is about where it'll stay at for a video over a long period of time. And that's from 5,000 to 8,000 over a 90-day period, if I'm lucky. If people don't see my thumbnails, how do I know the accurate number of people that will click? If you're only showing 15,000 people my thumbnails, that makes the click-through irrelevant. You know? This is what I want for my shitty ad revenue right here. If all my videos had 52,000 impressions each, I'd be fine with it. You could fucking demonetize me all fucking day. But that's not how YouTube works, unfortunately. All right, let's get to the... I realize I went off a little tangent there. That's going to happen because I'm very triggered about all of this. Let me get to some of your questions here. Oh, hashtag free Alex Jones. Alex Jones is a little... Some of Alex Jones is on LBRY as well. What's the name of her channel again? Let me get back on there. And she's not even the only one. Let me show you somebody who's in a little bit in the health vlog sphere that's complaining as well. This is Danny C at Danny C A Baby on LBRY. But there's someone else I watched on here who's also kind of in the same sphere. If I can find, pretty sure I hosted her video too. Yeah, at Mindgoals. Let's watch her for a little bit. Now this is same thing, mirrored her YouTube channel here. I'm her only view on this video, but still, I tipped her though.
I want to be all like, hey y'all, hey with y'all today, but girl, I can't, all right? And I know this is Vlogmas Day, what's this? Because I'm not editing this video raw and uncut. Today is Vlogmas Day 18. Here it go. Vlogmas Day 18, okay? Because I had a video for today, but I'm not doing that video today. I'm doing that video another day. today, what I'm doing is a Vlogmas rant. Okay, look, I haven't been able to go live. I haven't been able to speak on what I need to speak to y'all about because I had to get my mind right. Okay, I had to get my mind right. And I just came to the conclusion this morning, y'all, to the fuck it. That's the conclusion
Fuck
I
it.
came to this morning. Okay.
Fuck it.
Y'all,
That-
I'm
that's-
so fucking
It's kind of where I'm
over
at, by the way.
YouTube. I'm over YouTube. I'm over. It has
This is just a normal motherfucker trying to make vlog videos.
become a battleground.
Thanks for the follow, Black Sagus
Not
and Alt
just
Opinions.
The reactors and the creators. I ain't even talking about that. Like, that's a whole nother day. Okay. I'm talking about the YouTubers and YouTube. YouTubers and YouTube.
Shit the bed. Well, howdy, folks. You wouldn't be fucking with
We're
me
in a
now,
war
would
right
you?
now.
Thanks for the
Now
follow,
understand-
Deuce Ex Machine.
understand-
Hold on, I'll get to your
understand you
comments
gotta-
in a minute.
you
I'm
gotta,
working my way down the
censor
chat. We've got kind of a decent amount of people here
this,
chatting right now. So,
community. Understand that. All right? Understand there's no nudity in.
and she tries to keep clean. I mean, she swears in this one, but you know, her content is very vloggy. It's, you know, she's losing weight. She's doing stuff like that. What the fuck, YouTube? And she does not. She hasn't broke the 1,000 subscriber mark, I don't think. So, small YouTuber putting all this effort into videos, can't even fucking grow. Can't even make money at it, really, on YouTube. Because you can't, if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you can't get super chats. You can't do any of that. And let's not get into the whole channel membership thing, which they just offered me, by the way. Maybe they know I've been bitching and they're trying to make me happy, so I shut the fuck up. But I don't know. You know, I don't know. Who knows? But
Shit the bed. Well, howdy, folks.
let me continue. I'm trying to answer some of your questions here in the live chat. Let's see here. All right. Okay, I'm back where I was. Beige Pill. Everyone needs to focus on having their own website and streaming on places like DLive and always pointing people to your site, train them. Absolutely, that's what I'm doing, Beige Pill. I've been doing that a while. It's working out for me here. I'm growing here on DLive, which is awesome. And as long as I can continue to do that, that's what I want. I want growth. I want to get my word out. If I can make a living at it along the way, that's nice. If I can't, I'll make my money in other ways and still put out content. I just won't be able to put out as much because I can't put as much time into it. But so far here on DLive, you guys have definitely kept me going and to where I can do multiple fucking 4 or 5 hour live streams, you know, here in a week, you know, and that's a lot of time to invest in creating content. YouTube is not doing that though. They're not taking care of people, and even people that can monetize through super chat and through all of that and live stream on YouTube, they're leaving. I'm seeing people like, this is my last YouTube stream, because YouTube's fucking them over and censoring them and keeping their fucking CCU down on their streams. And, you know, it's a shithole out there. I mean, you can't grow on YouTube anymore. I don't know how to explain that to the subscribers that are just like thinking I'm crying and thinking I'm talking too much shit and thinking I'm being too negative about it. Like, I got a comment today about that, and I'm just like, look, man, you know, I got to talk about this. People who watch my content need to know why I'm doing what I'm doing, where I'm posting it, and if for some reason I disappear from YouTube, which could happen at any time, and has happened to other creators, even in the health sphere. Not to mention it's hard to find my shit to begin with. I need to spread out to these other decentralized platforms. Why? Because that's where everyone's going to go as YouTube continues its corporate direction, as they continue to tighten the noose on censorship and stifling the earning ability of people working hard at their content. There's people who are committing suicide over this type of shit. There are people that are distraught, depressed, miserable because of what YouTube is doing. And they could give a flying fuck. They pissed in so many creators' pools on Christmas, and they didn't hear shit till 3 days later. And oops, we fucked up. Well, could you not fuck us? Maybe take that fucking algorithm out of the picture if it's fucking up like that? Because you got people with families and employees working on their channels, and when you fuck them over for 7 days where they can't upload or use live chat or do anything, and not to mention you take away their comments and their exposure and their search algorithm, you take all of that away for 7 days from a big content creator, that's a lot of money lost. And if they got bills and shit to pay, it's a real kick in the nuts. And I think the more that YouTube does this, the more we're going to see these other platforms start to grow. Just think what happened to MySpace, what's currently happening to Facebook, what will happen to YouTube. The more corporate they get, the more censorship they do, the more they try and be our dads and our moms, the less likely we are to stay there. There are some other mainstream platforms which are currently able to grow on, like TikTok comes to mind. Very limited in terms of the kind of content you can produce, but at the same time, they haven't corporatized, but it's all a risk, There's a lot of money to be had in advertising. So we'll see. I just think that for free speech and the most intellectual, not crippled by censorship content will end up on the blockchain platforms like DLive, like BitTube. I haven't tried BitTube. I'm not going to try BitTube as long as LBRY works out. I don't want to spread myself thin. So I'm going to be posting my video content, not my streams. Well, my replays will go there, but I'm still going to stream here on DLive as planned. So if you came to follow me to DLive, you're still getting everything I promised. It's just my video content, which will also I'll play here as well. I'll premiere it here, and we'll hang out in the chat room while I play my videos and shit. And then once that's all done, the replay's fallen off of DLive, it's going to go on LBRY. And I'm also going to do some exclusive videos on LBRY that are just shot directly for LBRY. And we're going to see how it does going forward, which will bring me to my announcement on my channel here shortly. I hate Susan. All right, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I think everybody else read it. YouTube is the new cable. Yeah, and I don't watch cable, so, and I don't even fucking subscribe to Netflix anymore. So there's that. With diamonds, you can leave a comment. No, what do you mean with diamonds you can leave a comment? I hope I got everybody, by the way. I've been trying to keep up with all of it. I think I said thank you. Thank you, John Simulations, for the follow, by the way. All right, I think I'm all caught up. I can get back to my speech. I do need to sip some water, or I'm going to run out of voice before we get to the minimalism section of the podcast. We're doing it right now, though. An edited version of this replay about LBRY will be available on YouTube, though, just ironically enough, because I want other YouTubers to have a resource to kind of know what it's like to move your content over. All right. I did see a question about trading, though. Where was that? I bought a bunch of lemon, and I don't understand how to use it. All you do is click the... there's little icons underneath. One you see, like the lemon, the ice cream, and all that. If you do that, and you can donate it, and that's it. That's really all there is to it. It's a way to tip, essentially. So underneath the window... Dennis, there's all kinds of little ways you can tip the creators you like and shit. And you can cash it out with the get paid, but you need like 4,000 of them to cash out if you wanted to translate your lemons back into cash. So that's how the lemon system works. And it's crypto, and it's hosted centrally here. I'll go over any questions also about LBC for those of you interested in that. You're welcome, my erudite friend. Okay, thank you. I can't buy... This is the question that jumped out at me. I can't buy LBRY Crypto, LBC on crypto.com. Can we only make them on the LBRY site? No. So for those of you, you must have, I thought I went over this once already. If you go to the LBRY's website, they have a bunch of different exchanges listed that trade it. So if you're a member of one of their exchanges that they talked about, like a big exchange that trades it, or you can use Simple Swap, which does take a little bit of a cut. I think it's more of a commission though than anything, because I haven't noticed a huge difference in the price up here versus what I get in my other wallet. But if you're like got Coinbase or something like that, and you want to trade, you just go to Simple Swap, and we can actually go there now. I can show you. And this is the thing you come up with. And say you had 1,000 LBC, and you came in here and you typed in LBC, and then you say you could translate it to any other coin you want. I go with Bitcoin because I know I can cash that out. And then I would get the address of my Coinbase wallet, and I'd plug it in here. It wants at least 1,100 to do the trade, so I would do 1,100, for example. And that's how much Bitcoin I would receive. And then I'd enter my Bitcoin address, and I'd click Exchange. And that other screen you saw before, which I don't know if I can go back, this screen will pop up, and it'll refresh on its own. It could take an hour or so to do the trade. But once you put your address in, it tells you to send your LBC to this address. You click copy address, and then you go into your LBRY wallet, which is here. This is how you cash out, essentially. And you go send credits, and you plug the amount that you had over here into that. And you copy and paste the address that they tell you to send it to right here. And it'll have to go through a verification. It takes a while. Don't panic. It could take an hour. But I haven't had a problem. And sometimes it took an hour, too. Sometimes it was really quick, though. So I had 2,050 LBC. I took that address. I plugged it in. I sent it. They got it. It took about an hour for this particular transaction to go through. Because the way blockchain works is you have to get a bunch of verifications from the blockchain on a transaction. Then they sent it to Coinbase, and then Coinbase spent maybe 20 minutes pending, and then blam, there it was in my account, and now it's in my coin. My Bitcoin is here. I can then either cash it out for USD through Bitcoin to my PayPal or my bank account, or I can essentially trade it for another coin on another exchange. It depends. That's how crypto is. It's pretty well, but Coinbase is huge. They're easy to get into. They're not the best place to trade. There's better sites that have more tools for trading than Coinbase does, but it's a good gateway for somebody getting into crypto. And there's limits on how much you can withdraw in cash, though. So if you had a big crypto payday, it's going to take you a while to get all your money out. And I wouldn't store it here either. If you could get your own crypto wallet on your machine and store your Bitcoin, on like one of the ledgers that you can get, that's a way to go too. Because if you're storing it on there, this is their wallet. It's your wallet according to them, but if something happens, the regulators come in and shut them down or something, then you're going to have a hard time getting your shit out of there. Thankfully, that isn't happening. Hopefully, that the government doesn't fuck with it. So, yeah, it's the risk of crypto that something could happen like that, but I have never had a problem with Coinbase, so and now I know through the trades I've done so far that Simple Swap works fine as far as getting your LBC. But there are exchanges big exchange, I think Binance maybe, that have LBC traded as well. Because it's a pretty big infrastructure they're building here. And like I said, it's undervalued right now, so it's only set to grow, I think. Let's see here. Did you verify? Yes, verified. What was the problem, Dennis? Okay, I can only see the ice cream and diamonds, etc., but nothing happens. You could contact DLive through Discord and find out what the problem is. As far as if you bought lemons and you have your account, you're verified. All you do is, did you try refreshing first of all? Like I obviously can't donate to myself, but if I go to another, here I can probably show you here. Let's go give somebody the gift of lemons, just to, because I know a lot of you are new here on DLive, because I've been telling you to come here for quite a while. Let me actually, I'm gonna leave that there and open a DLive up on here and share with you.
You wouldn't be fucking with me now, would you?
So let's go find somebody to be nice to. Oh, wait a minute.
What's your song?
This guy, he's playing a good song.
Oh, she's still here.
So I just click it. It said, you just donated an ice cream. It is not just video sharing. It's a platform. It's like the web. A library URL is essentially like an HTTP. The difference is you're in this browsing structure. It's open source, so they might even not be the only app that pops up on this network. Another software developer or company could make another app sent on this same network with the same currency and all of that. I'm hoping a live streaming one pops up too, you know. But, or maybe DLive could get on board. I don't know. But there's another, you know, anyone can make an app on this network using these protocols, which allow peer-to-peer sharing of content in full video quality, by the way. 1080p seems to be the resolution that is friendly to the LBRY.TV. But for those of you YouTubers who managed to watch this far into the video, that's the way to go. Now for my announcement on what my plans are for LBRY. So, during the month of January, I am not going to post a single video to YouTube. That's my commitment, just for the month of January. And I will be doing all of my content on DLive, ScottTheTruckDriver.com, Twitch, and LBRY. So if I film a video, I'll probably premiere it on DLive and then post it on LBRY exclusively. And part of this is I want to you guys to encourage you to giving you something that a reason to go there. Because if I just keep posting everything on fucking YouTube, you're not going to go there. And if you like my content enough, this is what you need to do to help support me going forward in terms of growth. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for any of that. You don't have to come over and buy LBC or tip or do any of that. But if you want to watch my shit, you don't even have to get a fucking account, to be honest with you. It would help if you want to support the channel without spending any money for you to sign up, follow me. I get, you know, if I get so many followers, they'll pay me some crypto. That's all. That's all I'm asking for my YouTube subscribers who haven't already come over to DLive and all of that. Go over there, follow me, watch some videos on there, ad free, no problem. You know, and if you don't like it, then I understand. This is a 30-day experiment I want to do. You know, PewDiePie's taking time off. Why can't I? I'm not taking time off, though. I'll be producing content. I'm going to be hitting it hard this week. There's some videos I want to film, and I'm going to just put them on there. The videos I put on there will not go to YouTube at all, ever. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to be producing content exclusively for DLive, LBRY, and occasionally Twitch. So those are the three platforms. If you subscribe to me on ScottTheTruckDriver.com through my email list, I will inform you whenever I post something on these platforms. However, if you're on LBRY, you will see they do send out email notifications, I'm noticing, on when people I follow. I don't know how good that is. I don't know how effective that is. But make no mistake, if you're subscribed to my email list on ScottTheTruckDriver.com, which is free also, I will be sending emails to let you know when I post something new. In the subscriber lounge, I will embed some of these videos as well. So you don't even have to sign up for LBRY to watch this shit. I hope you do. I hope to see you there. I hope to build a community there. I'll be checking comments. I'll be looking at stuff there. And it's an experiment. I want to see how 30 days of just being on LBRY goes. And at the end of that, for those of you watching this on YouTube, I'll give you my report on how I think it went and if I will continue to do so. It's like my New Year's resolution. I'm going to take a break from giving YouTube content for January. And that includes my music and all that other stuff. All of that is going to be on LBRY for now. Quite frankly, LBRY is taking better care of my music than YouTube at this moment, and I don't need to worry about growing from scratch a new audience for that. So that's what we're doing. It's going to be on LBRY, but I'm sorry if that upsets you. If you unsub from me YouTube, it's inevitable. My YouTube's going to shrink because I'm making these changes, and not everybody's going to be happy with that. I understand. And for those of you who have been there, who are just going to choose not to, I thank you for the time you have spent with me on YouTube. I appreciate all the views and all the comments and all the things that you've done over the years to help take care of my channel. It's still going to be there. I'm still eventually going to post content, but the content you're going to see there isn't going to be what you subscribed for. My commentary, my health and wellness, my rants about corporatism and all this other bullshit that's going on, I'm not changing. I'm still making that content, but I can't give that to YouTube anymore. They don't want it. And since they don't want it, they won't promote it. They won't put new people into my channel. They won't allow me to grow. So I'm going to do videos on YouTube that I think will grow. And that'll be experimental at first, but I'll figure out which videos do well. We've already figured one out. And that'll be the type of shit you see on my YouTube channel. So if you like my good content, which is my commentary, that's the content that has paid my bills over the fucking 4 years, I got to take that ball and grow on other platforms. And it might be slow going, but to be quite frank, the growth I've seen on DLive, the growth I'm seeing on LBRY has eclipsed my current growth on YouTube. And that shouldn't be when I have 10,000 fucking subscribers. That should not be the case. All right? I shouldn't be staring at 10,000 subscribers for the next 2 years, hoping that someday I get to 100. It's not going to happen. I'm picking up 38 subscribers a month currently on YouTube. That is abysmal. 38 subscribers a month. With the amount of views I get. Which is okay-ish. 17,000 a month right now, which is on the low side. Now, I know some people are like, I never get that. I'm telling you, that ain't all that. If you think that's a lot, I'm still pretty small. And I really feel for the little guys that haven't got to past the 1,000 mark, because you're looking at a fucking ton of work that you're essentially going to do for free for this platform while they rake in all the money and don't give you any of it. You know, and I also feel for all the creators that have built this. Some of them have been doing it for 10 years. Built this huge business on the YouTube platform. And with the click of a fucking button on YouTube's side, their entire business is destroyed. And that's happening way too often right now, to the point where I will never trust YouTube again with my business. And my business is creating content. My business is health and wellness commentary. I'm not going to plant my tree in their fucking forest while it's burning down around me. Sorry, YouTube. So I hope YouTube fucking changes their ways. They could right the ship at any time. They can change it, fix it, put out a bunch. I want to hear a lot of communication too. They don't communicate for shit. I'm tired of it. So that's my experiment for the next 30 days. For those of you who follow me over there or who come over to DLive and hang out with me, thank you. For those of you who are like, see ya, I'm sorry, but blame YouTube. You know, a lot of people want to be like, oh, what are you talking about? You? No, fuck that. They're fucking us, and I'm tired of it. And I'm not the only one. A lot of different creators from a lot of different genres are going through this. Some of whom have been enduring this stress and misery for years. just trying to figure out what the fuck YouTube wants. And YouTube isn't telling us. They don't tell us what they want. Because we'd give it to them. Nope. That's not how YouTube works. Sam Cat, this is the first I've heard of LBRY. I've heard a lot about it. Like I said, people were talking to me about it quite a bit in terms of watching my shit there. I was just like, that caught me completely off guard because I had forgotten about LBRY, to be honest with you. I know I tried it out for a little bit and I was like, nah, this isn't quite there yet because it was in beta when I first signed up. Now I think it's out of beta and it's meh. You know, it still has some improvements that need to make, but it's usable. The potential I'm seeing. I can think of so many ways I can work with LBRY right now. I can paywall shit on LBRY if I want. Like if I make something and I want to make some money at it for people to watch it, all I gotta do is set an LBC price. You know, I can charge people 10 cents or 50 cents or whatever the fucking value of LBRY credits are. I could charge them half a LBRY coin just to click it. I'm not planning on doing that. I'm hoping tips are good enough. But if I do something that I put a lot of work into, I might put a small little 10-cent paywall on it or something to help fill in the gap that there's no ads or whatever. I don't think I'll have to do that given what I've seen so far. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like maybe I'll sell my music that way on there if people want it. I don't know. Once I get there. But that's my thoughts. For those of you on YouTube, I'm going to close it off. I do have more podcasts on DLive. So if you're watching this right now on YouTube for the 3 days, the rest of this podcast will be available on DLive for you to watch. And if not, if it falls off of DLive, it will be on LBRY. So you can watch this entire podcast on LBRY all the way to the end where I talk about the minimalism stuff, which is going to go for a little bit. We're doing a reaction video here, which is going to be interesting. Something I can't do on YouTube also. Not without getting fucked with. So for those of you on YouTube, I hope you're not too pissed off, but a lot of people have come over to DLive. A lot of people are following me on these other platforms. And it's what is necessary to avoid censorship. And for me to continue to grow, I have to get, and it's a lot of work, by the way. There's a lot of work getting out here because you got to interact in these different communities. It's not just, oh, I'm going to be on all these platforms and get all kinds of growth. No, I got to go out here and I got to interact with other creators. I got to interact with, this is a work to get out here. So if you're a YouTuber and you're thinking this is going to be easy growth, no, it's going to be growth though. It's going to be more growth than probably YouTube's going to let you have if you're one of these disenfranchised creators. You know, there's gamers also. For those of you who are on DLive that are in the gaming community, I see gaming content on LBRY, and it's probably pretty free speechy, you know, on the kinds of shit you can say when you're streaming or you post. Well, you're not streaming on there, but when you repost one of your videos on there, or you do a commentary on games, I would start making shit there, man. I mean, even if you failed at YouTube already, head on over to LBRY, just start making videos. At the very least, you'll make the rewards. But I'm finding I'm getting tips on videos. I'm like, wow, the last video I expect to get tipped gets tipped. And like I said, over there, tips are like likes. If you leave them staked, as in you don't unlock them right away, it boosts you in the trending. It boosts you on the top subscriber page. That's an excellent system because that takes away that algorithmic exposure and allows people to find your shit. And yes, there are less viewers on that platform, but if YouTube keeps this shit up, we're going to see growth. And I'm willing to put some time and effort into LBRY and maybe even invest a little bit of money. That's what I'm planning to do. I'm not saying that you should do that. But I'm willing to give them a shot. Why? Because I gave YouTube 10 years of shots. So maybe it's time to find another place to start from scratch again. And also as a creator, it always is nice to be a bigger fish in a little pond. As in, you bring a lot of your following over to that platform with you. you're going to get lots of visibility to other people on that platform just by the fact that it's small. And that's what's happened here on DLive, by the way. I do feel I get a lot of exposure on DLive just because I'm bringing people here. Bring people to the platform. Encourage your creators. If you've got a creator you're watching and they're pissed off and they're disenfranchised and they're talking about quitting, tell them, hey, just mirror your shit over here and maybe make a video over there every now and then, exclusive. You know, motivate people to go and find you on these other platforms and follow you. Don't just stay comfortable in YouTube because that's where everyone... It's the number one argument I hear is, no, they'll never compete because that's where all the eyeballs are on YouTube. Well, guess what? If all the creators start moving their shit, then the eyeballs are going to go where the creators are. Why? Because the eyeballs want to see those creators. I follow several creators off YouTube now. I go and watch them independent of Google's ass. So, and that's me as a consumer. If I can do it, I think everyone can. So that's my thoughts on this whole LBRY thing. If you have any questions, feel free to email me about it. If you're having trouble getting signed up, or if I can answer the question or at least point you to where you can find answers, I am more than willing to help people transition to be able to consume my content. But like I said, you can just go to LBRY.tv and watch my shit too if you don't feel like doing any of that. I don't want to put anyone out. I want you to still be able to watch my shit in the easiest, most convenient way possible. But know that the more, if you download the app and you do all of that, you will be doing more to support me as a creator. But that's my thoughts, and I hope you don't just find my shit there. I start filling your tags in, get your feed straight, you know, and you will see other videos you might like to watch that aren't necessarily on. Some of them are just your YouTube mirror videos, but no ads or nothing. But there are starting to be more and more people, you know, like why I quit YouTube. Let me play that real quick, because I think we're allowed to share that everywhere.
Let's talk about the dark side of YouTube.
This is a video that LBRY put out a while back and said, please post it everywhere on your account. You can take this and repost it wherever you want.
Why do a lot of YouTubers actually hate YouTube?
It's really easy to get
Thanks for the diamond, by the way. Goodbye, YouTube viewers. I'm watching on DLive.
mad at YouTube at this point, right?
And I will continue to be here, and I'll premiere videos here on DLive. I'm definitely, this is going to be the premiere of my shit. And then if you miss it, you miss the premiere, it'll be in the replay for a little bit, and that's going to be the chain of content going forward. So if you follow me here on DLive, you're not going to miss shit, by the way. You're going to see all my shit. And I'm free to do what I want to do here, and that is give you the opinions on the topics I'm passionate about, on the things I've learned on my journey, on things that I'm still struggling with, things, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to hang out with you guys and give you my opinion and be free to speak my mind without stressing out about Susan and her fucking bots of doom.
Look at all this stuff that's happening on the
And thanks for the lemon, Gyro, as well.
platform.
YouTube is on a massive decline.
Dennis, you're right, Scott. Everyone is just so comfortable with YouTube. It takes commitment to go to these other platforms. It took... yeah, that's true, Dennis. And I'm trying to make it as painless as possible. I mean, you know, if people don't want to download LBRY or any of that, they can just go to LBRY.tv, search ScottTheTruckDriver, all my shit will show up there. And they can watch it there. You know, there might be occasionally a file I put on there that you need the app to get to, but for the most part, I'm making it easy for people to still watch me. It's just not going to be on YouTube. You know, it's not a big deal, really. You know, I mean, yes, you had to sign up to watch my shit here on DLive. I don't even know. I think you can watch anonymously without signing up. You don't have to do it on LBRY. You can even download the app and still not sign up and watch shit.
Greatest American ever lived.
You know, and you can put the app on your phone. You can put the app. That was a big one. There were 3 things I was looking for from, you know, from an app like this. First of all, I need to be able to embed. I got that. Check. Second of all, they have to have a good search engine. I have to be able to find what I'm looking for, which means people can find me as well. Check. Good exposure. Check. Easy. Easy to understand. I can boost my shit. I can invest and lock and stake stuff. And when I don't want to stake it anymore, I pull it back out. I haven't lost any money. Hasn't cost me anything to advertise other than just keeping money tied up, or crypto tied up in the stake. And if you have any questions on that, I can elaborate further. But basically, if you wanted to support some, like say you had a bunch of LBC and there's a creator and you want to see him boosted in the trending because you like a video they did, you can stake by clicking the support button, and what it does is it locks your LBC into that, in there, and then it boosts them. And then when you're done boosting them, when you think they've got enough or they got a little bit of growth for it, or maybe there's something else you want to boost instead, you unlock it, you get it back, every last penny, you don't lose any of it, and then you can stake it on another thing that you like. And as a creator, you can stake yourself. So if I had like $30 worth of LBC on there and I wanted to stake my shit, and I would obviously buy low, sell high in terms of the LBC, but if I wanted to throw like 1,000 LBC on one of my latest video just to get it up in the rankings, no problem, So we'll see. I'm very happy, and I'm not the only one. I'm seeing a lot of creators that are like, I think I might do library exclusive shit. So that's what this whole 1 month experiment's about, by the way. Thank you, Mr. Humpty, for the ice cream. Thanks for the Diamond Dennis Co. Hey, Scott, I figured DLive out. # no YouTube. Yeah. And I don't know what else to do, to be honest with you. This was the move that I had to do to keep doing this. Otherwise, I would have quit entirely. I had that moment. I did. I had that moment. I'm like, maybe that's it. Maybe that was a good run. Let's get back in the truck and fucking make money without stress again. Well, there's stress in the truck, but it's a different kind of stress. And then I was like, I want to still create. I want to still be able to do this. And the only way I'm going to do it is outside of YouTube. And that has proven to be true here on DLive and hopefully on LBRY going forward, along with my website. Had a good run for a while when YouTube wasn't fucking shitty, but I think those days are over. Could they come back? Could YouTube turn it around? Absolutely. But they haven't even expressed an inkling of how upset we are. They still give me shitty little fucking video messages in my studio. It's like they're oblivious to how much they're destroying YouTube. They think they're all happy and fucking... And meanwhile, they post these videos and they get ratioed. That means nobody's happy. And if nobody's happy on YouTube, how long do you think we're going to stay there? You think you got the fucking market cornered. But if anything, blockchain is showing that... Oh, you're going to make me go over it again? Relax feels. You're going to have to watch the replay because I went over a lot of this. But long story short, it is a blockchain platform. Definitely watch the replay though. Relax feels. You'll learn. But let's go over a little bit.
Klein. The community is more unhappy with you.
This is the first video that lured me to download it 6 months ago, by the way.
YouTube than ever.
YouTube is very...
Thank you for the 3-month sub, Dennis. Awesome.
Broken.
YouTube is just fundamentally...
Hey, look at that. There's Vegan Gains.
Broken.
And he is on LBRY as well. It's going to be exciting being... on LBRY, and the reason he's on there is he's offensive as fuck.
It's being fucking shitty.
The system is flawed.
Hey, YouTube, what the fuck?
It's just ridiculous. It just really is. YouTube, this is just ridiculous.
It has not been this bad ever, I don't think.
I think it's at its lowest point that it's ever been.
YouTube is just constantly...
Silling is just me bitching?
Screwing us over every single time we upload a video.
YouTube just likes to fuck you right up the ass all the goddamn time.
What were your gripes with YouTube? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm so mad.
The community is unhappy with YouTube.
YouTube has a YouTube problem.
I'm done with this shit. I'm done with the YouTube's format. I'm done with this YouTube shit that I've had to deal with.
I want nothing to do with this platform.
I have watched so many videos like this too, by the way. Not just this one. This one's like a compilation, but still.
I'm disgusted. I never want another cent from Google.
The state of YouTube is anti-creator.
As the creator, that's incredibly frustrating.
It's frustrating.
I hope this is communicating to you that I'm very frustrated.
My biggest frustrations currently lie with
If I got that point across to everyone on YouTube, I'm pretty fucking frustrated.
YouTube.
It just feels like YouTube isn't willing to work with creators.
I feel like there's no appreciation from YouTube for its creators.
YouTube doesn't do enough to support their community.
It's so disconnected with the community and its creators.
And PewDiePie is one of the first that came over to DLive. I didn't even know about DLive till PewDiePie came over here. And he's still here as far as I know. I wonder if he's going to make anything content here on DLive during his break from YouTube that he talked about that got all kinds of fucking headlines. I don't know.
Yeah, it just...
I don't get to watch a lot of his shit. I'm not a huge PewDiePie fan. I'll catch some of his commentary though every now and then.
feels like YouTube don't want to comment on the issue. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to even acknowledge it.
YouTube just seems like they're not even trying.
I don't think that they're doing enough for the community.
They don't give up. That's fine. They don't care.
I genuinely don't feel YouTube does enough to take care of and look after.
VG on LBRY. I got one of his live streams taken down. He wants to euthanize all mentally disabled people. See, I don't want somebody like that censored. I want to go and watch and talk shit. I want to be able to say, hey, you're stupid. Because you don't change anybody by suppressing them and deleting them and censoring them. No, you change by everybody fucking reacting and speaking their minds to them. And if enough people shout you down on something because they are angry with what you're saying or doing, it gets to you. You know, when I get a bunch of negative comments, it takes more than one now. I need like a whole lot of like pissed offness going on in the comments for me to be like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to rethink this. If you ban somebody, they're not going to rethink shit. They're just going to be angry. There's going to be no discourse. There's going to be no means of, you know, changing minds. You can't change minds by silencing them. All you do is repress them and make them angry. And then they do even dumber shit. Or say even dumber shit. Or they double down. Whereas if you have a conversation, as heated as it may get, might even call each other names and shit. That'd be harassment now on YouTube. Can't do that on YouTube either. You know, you might be totally just going off on something that they said. We're taking that away now because we got to protect people's feelings. Well, they said it. You know, if you're going to go out and publicly speak your opinions, be prepared for people that don't agree with you to speak their fucking opinion. And do so very vocally. That's what this is. It's the internet. It's what it always has been. Why all of a sudden do we have to fucking strangle it to death? It's not new. People talking shit on the internet. This has been going on since the beginning. I've been here since the beginning. I used to pay by the fucking minute. Remember that? On my 286 when I was in the military. Before that, when I was in high school, I had an 8086. Didn't even know what the fucking internet was. There was no modem. You know? I've been here since the beginning, and I can tell you, I've been there for the free internet. I know exactly what it was like. And this is not it. Google taking over the fucking what you get to search for is not it. Google deciding what you're allowed to say and not say is not it. Then Facebook and Twitter all doing this. They're all doing this gatekeeping horse shit. That is not what the fucking internet is. And you want to know why I think LBRY has the potential to unseat these motherfuckers? Because it's a platform. It is essentially a protocol separate from HTTP where you can exchange with someone else and there's no middleman. There's nobody between you to say, nope, you're not allowed to say that. Nope, you're not allowed to post that. You're not allowed to watch this. You're not allowed to watch that. It is a free speech platform. Now, there's implications to that. It can be abused. there are going to be bad people in this environment that are doing bad things. Copyrighted shit, videos that are disgustingly bad. And the thing is, if they're breaking the law, there is recourse for that. This isn't a free-for-all. There is a legal way to take somebody down that is posting bad content on here. And they will. You know, it's not 100% anonymous, I don't think. I don't know. I haven't researched the technology that well. But there is a trail on here, as there is on all the blockchains. The same reason they can figure out what you get in Bitcoin if they wanted to look into it. As long as you're obeying the law, within the confines of speech, you're fine on LBRY. And if you're doing something that's breaking the law, it isn't going to be LBRY that decides whether or not you're fucked. No. The cops, the government, that's who's going to come after you if you're not doing legal content on a platform like LBRY. They'll come for you. And you want to know how I know this? Do you know about the BitTorrents? That's been around a long time. They've been trying to clamp that shit down forever. You can still, to this very day, go on Pirate Bay and do all of that shit. Only nowadays, if you do it, guess what's going to happen? Your ISP is going to be like, look, this is a cease and desist letter. And if you continue to do it, you'll lose your ISP. They'll sue you. And the movie companies will sue you. That's what's going to happen. It isn't going to be, you know, Mama Susan that's making sure that you don't do any of this. It's going to be the authorities. And that's who it should be. If you're breaking the law, the authorities are the ones to deal with it. I don't need somebody to deal with whether or not I'm influencing somebody or whether I'm saying something that's not, you know. I don't need a parent. I'm obeying the law. I'm not fucking people over copyright. I do fair use. I'm not doing anything illegal in my content. And I'm being fucked with by YouTube. And so are so many others, as we're seeing in this video.
Community.
Now, of course,
let me see if I... okay.
YouTube is probably going to publish some
Oh, I left him a comment, but he is a sociopath and needs no platforms. I don't agree, Psychic Outlaw. I don't agree in censorship of even people that I despise. I don't agree with that. Let them speak. If you can't hear them, do you think they go away? Do you think Vegan Gains isn't still going to be a disgusting human being just because you can't fucking hear what he has to say? And I do agree with you. I'm not a fan of Vegan Gains. But I have no problem with him being able to speak his mind, so that I know he's there. I know he's there. I know what he's about. I know what he's saying. And I'm okay with that just because I can talk shit back. I can argue with him. And as long as he's not breaking the law, I have no problem. Now, if he's breaking the law, let the authorities deal with it. Make sure they know about it. Let the authorities deal with it. If he's just saying some shit that I don't agree with, and I think he is a sociopath, or you know, he's done some questionable shit, has he broken the law? That's the question. And the law is pretty clear on speech. You know, let me give you a hint. Hate speech isn't even illegal. Just saying. You don't go to jail for hate speech, at least not in the United States. UK, I don't know.
Greatest American ever lived.
But I will say that if you silence them, all you get is repression and then violence. Eventually, they're going to pop because no one's listening to them anymore because they've been silenced, and that builds anger. Whereas discourse allows them to express their shitty opinion, and over time, they're going to hear enough. The community will police itself. People will be like, no, you're a fucking idiot. No, and when you got 100 motherfuckers publicly saying that what you're saying is stupid, you're probably either going to shut the fuck up or you're just not going to say it anymore. You know? There are some people that are incapable of even then changing their ways. But as a creator who has been in the public eye for a while now, I know when I fuck up. And you guys let me know. And it forces me to think. Now, if somebody were to decide what I was saying is inappropriate, which we're on the verge of, by the way, if it isn't already in progress, should that be something that doesn't even allow you to make the judgment call on whether or not I'm a piece of shit or whether or not I say good things or bad things? That's the question, you know? We don't need Susan to decide that for you. Do you want Susan to decide that for you? Because if you're telling her to censor vegan gains, you're telling Susan to be your mom. We don't want Susan for a mom. You know? So that's why, unless they're breaking the law, I am against flagging somebody for anything. Unless they're breaking the fucking law. Unless I can call the cops and say, look, they're saying this, they're inciting violence. Look, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're mobilizing people to do this. These are all illegal things. Or they're sharing like a full copyrighted fucking thing and it's not fair use at all. They're just like abusing somebody's copyright. That's also something that can go to court. If it won't go to court and stand up in court, you don't flag it. That's my thoughts. You know, this mob empowerment that's going on, I am not against. I am not for. I mean, I do not support that. To shouting down and censoring people we don't agree with, even though they haven't broken the law. I'm not for that at all. I want to hear the ignorant motherfuckers. I like making fun of them, quite frankly. I like fucking talking shit about them. Saying, look, they're look at this bullshit they're saying. And I bring an example. I've come down on Jillian Michaels quite often. I despise her. I would never censor her. I would never flag her. I would never try and silence her. But I am not a fan of Jillian Michaels. I would totally talk shit all fucking day and argue with her. Passionately argue it. It's not our place to silence people just because they don't agree with us. And it's a bad fucking trend that we're in right now where that's actually what's going on social media. So that's my thoughts on that. So while I think Vegan Gains is a piece of shit, I do not think he needs to be banned yet. He hasn't done anything illegal. He's done some. He's definitely riding that fucking line though. He has brandished a firearm in his videos, which I think is abhorrent. And, you know, I'm not defending him in any way, shape, or form. He's a piece of shit. I'm just saying I haven't seen anything where he's done straight up illegal. But not just me. I don't spend my watch time watching everything he does either. So he might have crossed the line at some point, in which case, yeah, smack his pee-pee. But as far as I know right now, I don't think he's there just yet. But thank you, Keto Andy UK, for the diamond, and welcome. I don't know how much you missed, but I've said a lot during this. So that's my thoughts like a go. People have been arrested and jailed for hate speech. Yeah, in the UK, I'm not sure that that's happened in the United States. I do know the UK has taken that hate speech bullshit too far. You know, to me, flagging VG for saying that was a good use of YouTube rules. There is no good use of YouTube rules. Because every time you know, if you do that, you got to think in terms of what if somebody did that to you? You having the power to do that to someone you don't like means somebody that you don't like also has that same power to do that to someone that you like. That is a double-edged sword, and we're currently beating the shit out of ourselves with it. You know, you got to be able to put up with opinions that you don't agree with or people that are pieces of shit having a voice if you want to have a voice. If you want freedom of speech, you can't take it away from anyone. That's how freedom of speech works. If you start taking it away from certain people, it's just a matter of time before someone decides that you need to be silenced. And that's no way to have public discourse. It's showing in the way things are going in society. And it's why this is going on.
Clarifying statement saying, "We at YouTube would like to assure our community that we remain committed to our content creators, blah, 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 blah."
One of the biggest things we're doing is working on how to support creators.
The responses to things like this seem like bullshit. They seem not true. People
Good old Philly D, I haven't
tired
watched
of
them
this.
in a while.
The final tweet I want to share with you from YouTube boils my blood more than any of the others.
Our goal has just been to have creators who represent a diverse set of views.
You claim to be about free speech and against censorship, except you're not.
YouTube has been going through this transitional period where they've Disneyfied the entire platform.
They clearly have an agenda, and any anti-PC, any anti-social justice warrior channel that doesn't fit their narrative is going to lose everything.
YouTube doesn't want anything but PC content on their platform.
You're talking about being your authentic self anymore. You literally can't be that on YouTube anymore.
If I change my channel to abide by what YouTube thinks is fit, I lose the essence of what is me.
Why even call it YouTube anymore? There's nothing you about it.
There's no soul left. There's no backbone left.
Our vision is to be the platform for millions of channels and make sure those channels are they can cover anything.
And speaking of YouTube censorship,
at the moment we are seeing censorship on YouTube.
There is a huge problem with YouTube censoring policies.
YouTube's been doing a thing where they've been hiding, demonetizing, age gating, and removing our content.
It turns out that YouTube has blocked the channel. I know from the last 2 videos about this topic I've uploaded, if I upload it to my YouTube channel, it will just get suppressed.
I post a video and it gets blocked.
YouTube is actively suppressing and banning legitimate flat earth content.
YouTube hides and restricts
flat earthers.
Channels are being throttled. Users are being unsubscribed.
Now, there's a good example. I don't believe in flat earth. I don't like all of the shit Alex Jones says, tinfoil hat shit. I know Psychic Outlaw, you're definitely a conspiracy theorist. Am I correct? So your rationale for going against vegan gains is the same rationale that was used to take Alex Jones off the fucking platform, or any of these other conspiracy theorist channels that have been booted from YouTube. I love a good conspiracy theory channel. I am entertained highly. I don't buy into it 9 times out of 10, but I am entertained, and I feel bad that was what happened to Alex Jones. I mean, he's a walking meme. I totally enjoy watching his videos, simply because a lot of the times it's just because he's just fucking outrageous. And I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he says and does. At the same time, I still want to be able to watch the motherfucker. I don't need somebody telling me what I can and can't fucking see. And I also don't need somebody else who's triggered by them to flag him down and get him deleted so that I can't watch. It's not anyone's responsibility. If you do not like someone, don't watch them. Don't click them. Don't deal with them at all. Go just watch other shit. If I don't like somebody, I don't flag them. If I didn't see anything illegal going on, I don't flag them. I move on. I don't bother with them anymore. I don't watch their shit. I don't click, subscribe. I don't do any of that. I might even thumbs down a mother. I have thumbs down people. I let them know this sucks, you suck, and then I go. I might even write a comment. I might be like, look, you're a piece of shit for saying that. I don't believe what, I try and go within the guidelines on the comments, but then I move on. I don't need to lead this campaign of destruction to ruin that person's life. This cancel culture horse shit is bullshit. I don't believe in it. And the reason I don't believe in it is I don't ever want it to fucking get that happening to me. And it could, easily. What if all the vegans decided that I was to be canceled? And they started coming at me. And I've talked shit about vegan shit all the time. Could happen, right? We need to disempower these cancel culture mobs. It needs to stop. It's ruining everything. Everything. It's ruining YouTube. It's ruining Hollywood. It's ruined television. pretty soon we're going to be back to reading books by the fire if we want to see good content. You know, it's out of hand, and it needs to change. And that's why I am behind the blockchain. Some areas of the blockchain are more free than others. I want freedom. I want to determine whether or not I see something. And you can bet your ass I won't be clicking a lot of vegan game shit on LBRY. But he's there. So good luck getting him deleted from there. Yes, bring back Alex Jedi. See, but do you understand, Psychic Outlaw, the double-edged sword that you're wielding there? You know, just because you despise a certain creator, if you wield that cancel culture power, it's a matter of time before somebody else who doesn't agree with you and doesn't like someone you like comes along and wields that same power. So basically, you've empowered everyone to use that ability. And they're not all going to be people who agree with you. They're going to be people that'll take out somebody you want to watch, somebody you want to hear. And that's what's going to destroy all of these platforms in the end. They're empowering these mobs to do that. And LBRY has said from the get-go that while they do take things off of the LBRY.TV website, and from the search engine, which is developed by them, it's open source, where someone else could easily create another app that does all of that without censorship. So not only are they disincentivized to censor, they're also unable to delete anything from LBRY. And that's what sets LBRY apart from these platforms. It is truly decentralized. You know, there's nobody between us except us. If you make something on LBRY that I don't want to watch, I click block and you disappear from everything that I see. I never have to see your shit again unless you make another account. And then I'll just click block again. It takes me a second. You know, my 1 second to click block versus your 20 minutes to make a new account and post shit and all the upload time. Good luck with that, making me hear your shit if I don't want to hear it. You know, but I want that power. I do not want anyone else deciding what I can and cannot see. And I'll go anywhere on the fucking internet where I can get that power. As long as I'm not breaking the law and they're not breaking the law, that is fine. Now, we can debate the direction our laws are heading in another time, because I do think they are tightening the noose on free speech in the governments. But that's another conversation. That is entirely different to what these fucking platforms are regulating, and has nothing to do with hate speech. If you look at the content creators that are being disenfranchised right now, it has to do with corporatism, who is within the corporate, toeing the corporate line sphere, and who is anti-establishment. And that make no mistake where I fall in that spectrum. I'm definitely not into the establishment. So
repeatedly, without their knowledge, from channels they subscribe to.
Users continue commenting that my channel has disappeared from their subscription list.
Not only was my most recent video demonetized, but many people were complaining that it never showed up for them to be.
Oh, and by the way, the last video I posted got demonetized, and I guarantee you, even though I'm editing this later to put on YouTube to share this conversation, it's going to be demonetized as well, and probably deranked. And maybe my prediction, I'll get the usual 900 to 1,000 views on this video when I post it. But hey, it's better than nothing. So we'll see. It's going to be here on DLive, and I'm going to tell everyone it's here, so we'll see how the views do here. I will say the views did pretty well on that last podcast I did, considering you had to come to DLive to do it. How will they do on LBRY? I don't know. Time will tell. But as all my content's going to be exclusive for there for the month of January, is, you know, between DLive and there. We'll see. We'll see how it does. It's an experiment.
YouTube said to us that demonetized videos do not.
Yeah, protocol versus platform. It's definitely LBRY is a protocol. It's not just a platform. It's a place where you can build platforms. LBRY.Inc. is built the first platform on it, I think. There might be others. I haven't looked into it. but they are open source. Like some dude in a college dorm right now is probably writing another app for that network that they can probably do streaming or some other kind of form of sharing or data transfer. It's all about data. That's what the internet is. You know, there's a number of possibilities. They're the first in the gate is LBRY Inc. But once you're on the platform and you have a way of putting your shit on the platform, your channel is tied to your wallet, which is stored on your machine when you have the desktop app, or on your phone if you have the phone app. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. It's your channel. Not only that, but nobody can delete it. Nobody can block it. They can take that like LBRY Inc. platform between us, but I guarantee you if they shut that down, it'll be just like BitTorrent, whereas you take one torrent site down, another torrent site pops up. You take that down, another one pops up, and some of them are very resilient, and they just pop up all over the world. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen on LBRY. When I took a look at this, I am positive that this is going somewhere. Much like I'm positive DLive is going to corner the market on streaming on the blockchain. They're the first with an app on it. But there are other app developers and apps. These are protocols and networks on which to build a platform. So, you know, LBRY is not just a platform, it is the protocol. And it's open source to the point where anybody can make a platform on it. And it'll be interesting to see what other platforms pop up on the LBRY network. And that's why I think it's undervalued right now. And the potential I'm seeing here is awesome. Like, I'm thinking of mining it. Just, that's how much I'm considering. I'm like, maybe I need to set up a computer, start mining that shit. So, you know, it'd be like getting in on Bitcoin in the early days. How do you think they're doing now?
Result in minimized views, which is a total lie. Here's a video of ours that got demonetized. It was getting 2,800 views a minute. The second it got demonetized, it started to reduce right down to
I see that same pattern on all my shit.
70%. We lost 70% of those viewers as soon as it was demonetized.
YouTube suppresses the ability to search for that video. It gets pushed down lower and lower in search results, and your viewership just plummets whenever something gets demonetized.
This has been happening for a long time, and we're afraid to say it because we know what YouTube can do, what they can do, and what they have done to us in the past.
We are seeing the line pushed further and further every day.
By the way, Tim Pool, also on LBRY.
Bunch of my videos have been demonetized.
Every single video.
But to be fair, Tim Pool's all over the place. He went on to BitChute. He's on Minds. He's partnered with Minds. So yeah. Oh, and another interesting tidbit. Guess who followed me on Minds? I think it was 3 days ago. The co-creator of Minds followed me on Minds, which I found interesting. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't forgotten Minds. I still mirror my shit there. I still post there every once in a while. I still go there and look at shit every now and then too. Not as often as I should, but Minds is also on my radar.
I have ever uploaded has been demonetized.
They demonetized my entire back catalog.
When I post a video, even when it's uploading sometimes, it gets demonetized. Even if I haven't added any tags or any information at all, they're like, nah, this channel probably not gonna like it.
Even if my videos are totally clean, no swearing, no graphic content, a lot of the time, my video will still be demonetized for no reason.
Permanently demonetized, no reason given. Yes, you can have monetization so long as you have the correct opinions.
And it's not just me, this is far worse. It's going after all controversial YouTubers.
I truly don't think that you'll see any more edgy, interesting channels.
And that is why my content is moving. I don't want to be the edgy guy on the sinking ship. I'll be the edgy guy on the ships that are floating well, like DLive, hopefully LBRY. I'm just trying it out, to be honest with you. I'm giving it a good once over. And I'll let you know at the end if I stick with it. But for now, I'm going to give it a shot. Could it be a fail? I don't know. We'll see. There might be something I come up with like I did with BitChute. I was all about BitChute in the beginning too. But very quickly I started running into problems with BitChute. Whereas so far I'm doing all right. At the very least, just with the mirrored shit, just by mirroring my YouTube channel is fine. Even if it comes to a point where it's failing to upload and all of that shit, you know, that'll suck. But at the very least, it's a good mirror and backup to my YouTube channel, and it is generating a passive income of the very least what the monthly reward of 500 LBC is, not to mention the tips that are occasionally rolling in on videos that currently are stagnant and maybe earning pennies a month on YouTube. So, you know, I'm going to leave it there. This video is also great. It's all over LBRY too. And you can find this video on YouTube. You know, just search quitting YouTube or why I quit YouTube. It's reposted here a lot because it was encouraged to be reposted by a bunch of, I believe LBRY helped produce this video, full disclaimer. But these are all things that YouTubers have been bitching about for a while, and they're bitching now more than ever. December was probably the worst month for creators in years. This has got to be worse than all of our adpocalypses so far. Because every time we recover and rebound from one of these changes or one of these fucking fucked up things, they come up with the next change, and they imply it retroactively. So something that was okay 3 years ago is no longer okay, so they're going to pop your channel for that now. And that's what happened with crypto over Christmas. So if you've been unaware of all of that, that's just one more layer on top of this shit cake we've been eating this month of December, and they're knocking it all out at the end of fucking 2019. 2020 is going to be worse, I think. That's my prediction for YouTube. That's totally my prediction. So look forward to it if you're on YouTube. I'm going to divide my watch time. I'm going to divide my content. And I'm taking January off from YouTube. So this is the last video you will see for the month of January on YouTube. So it's a long one. You got plenty of time to consume it. For those of you on YouTube, like and subscribe. I don't even know if that fucking matters anymore. But quite honestly, you know, I'm doing the best I can as a content creator. And while I'm not quitting YouTube, I am definitely diversifying my content. And there will be videos and streams that I produce that will never come to YouTube, simply because they've made it clear, loud and clear, that that particular content that I do is not allowed on YouTube. So for those of you on YouTube who think I'm just being a dick and bitching, nope. This is reality, and I am not alone in this, as we can see.
Coming up in a big way on YouTube anymore. You won't see it.
They don't want you.
I'm going to let the rest of this play out for YouTube, just so you can see it, and then we'll get to the next part of the stream here on DLive.
Around.
YouTube's put us in this prison and decides where we can walk and when.
We're a little bit more like caged pigeons.
You can't even acknowledge or talk about something in...
Keto Andy UK, what's the difference between being monetized and demonetized? Oh, and by the way, thank you for the diamond. I can't wait for the replay on this. Yeah, I've said a lot. I've been really triggered this particular podcast just because I'm passionate about this. And, you know, it's, yeah, this is going to be one of them replays I think that's going to do well, simply because of how much we've covered and all the ground we're covering. We'll see how it does on YouTube, though. I guarantee you ain't going to do shit on YouTube.
Passing without YouTube's explicit permission.
You have to edit yourself and censor yourself.
We went from being allowed to upload whatever we wanted to being limited to vlogs.
It's time for me to go make some makeup tutorial videos or Jake Paul reaction videos so that YouTube doesn't...
The difference between being monetized and demonetized is when you're demonetized, you get the yellow icon, and that means you have the cheapest ads that they run on YouTube. And also paired with that, they reduce your impressions and exposure. So that's what being demonetized is. As in, if you do a video and you get the yellow icon, that video is A, going to make a hell of a lot less money than the green icon videos, which are all ads that aren't premium, of course, will be on there. Thanks for the ice cream, Hardney. But that's what it is. It basically means they're not going to pay you for the video. Or they're going to give you like pennies for your video. You can easily get one tip on LBRY equal to a demonetized video's revenue for the entire fucking run. That's the difference. And it would be fine if that's all they did, but they clearly have an algorithm change that's been bitched at by many a YouTuber, including myself, that keeps the impressions down. Your impressions drop on the demonetized videos because they don't want to promote you because you're not making them money. And they don't have to. It's in the fucking new terms of service. If they don't think you're going to make them money, they won't promote your shit. They're a private company. Don't get me wrong. They're free to do this. But I'm also free to not fucking put all my eggs in their basket anymore. And I'm also free not to spend all my watch time on your platform, YouTube. So take notice. I'm not the only one saying this. And I'm not the only one taking my ball and fucking going to other places. And the more you fuck with us, the more people are going to leave YouTube. You know, because they're going to have shit to watch. Unless you like fucking makeup tutorials.
Completely exile me.
It's eye-opening, man. You think you have any control over your channel and you...
Thank you for all the ice cream, Fasting XRP. Nardney.
Wake up one day and YouTube deletes your biggest video. It's just gone from the internet. Good thing I have catalogs of all this shit on my computer, otherwise...
Oh, and think of all the YouTubers that didn't catalog their shit.
My work would just be gone from fucking existence.
Folks like me had produced videos like 4 reasons not to vote for Hillary Clinton, and lo and behold, Google, owned by Alphabet Incorporated and a backer of the Hillary campaign, found that video too problematic to be monetized.
I've had that icon.
So it was permanently
on that CBS video I did.
Monetized.
Speech seems to be the biggest.
And of course, after the black icon, which I disputed heavily, fell away, all the views were tanked on it. And I got the yellow icon instead. I've made 3 cents on that video.
Biggest problem.
3 cents. Like I could post, I'm probably going to make more on that video on LBRY than I will ever make on YouTube.
When you search for Hillary Clinton is because Google removed everything. Everything but an utter silence is
10 ice
offensive
creams.
next to her name.
Wow.
Then when I produced a satirical video, 10 reasons not to vote for Donald Trump, it remained monetized.
In your opening statement, you said, I lead this company without political bias and work to ensure that our products operate that way.
Would YouTube put ads and promote somebody from the conflicting side, from the right with an opposing view? I don't think so. I don't at all.
Every time that I get even impinging on something potentially political, and I put it in the tag, and granted...
and that's the other thing about fucking YouTube. Fucking, if I put... I'm constantly worried. Like, what can I put in my title and in my fucking tags that won't trigger the fucking demonetization? And it's when you're talking keto and fasting, oh my god. And if I'm talking like this video, I don't even know if I should tag it. I don't know. I think just putting LBRY, LBRY, in the tag is going to get it fucked. I don't know. We'll see. But there's a list. There's even a database out there. I don't even know if it's accurate. But if I post or say in the video a certain word, even though it's no context involved or anything like that, no matter what it is, like if I put freedom of speech in my tags, for example, always demonetized. Freedom of speech. Censorship. Put that in your tags. Demonetized. And with demonetization comes a reduce. It kills the video. Video's not going to go out to new eyes, and it's not going to make any money. You know? So, I can't talk about it, really. To be honest with you, I just can't talk about this yet. If I want, it'll be there. If you specifically dig and you're looking for my channel and you want to watch it, you'll be able to watch it. You're going to see some of the shitty penny ads that go on there. Like the soap guy. God damn, that motherfucker's on everything. But, when it comes down to it, I put hours of work into a video and they kill it. Both for exposure and monetarily. And had it not been for my subscribers and contributors over the years, I would have gave up years ago. There's been several times where I'm like, fuck, this is bullshit. And then I tell you guys about it, and then you guys are like, oh, well, we'll take care of you. And you have. And you still are. Today, look at that. Shit. You guys fucking are rock stars and taking care of your creators. And, you know, take care of your creators. I try and take care of my creators. I tip. You'll see me on here. You'll see me when I host somebody. I'll give them some of the fucking donations. I try and give you guys back some in the chest to help people that maybe can't contribute, to be able to contribute to people on here. It's this, you know, it's the same thing. You know, it's sad where YouTube is gone. I can't even express to you how angry I am about it, how upset I am about it. They don't care. That's the worst part. They could care less. I have seen no effort on their part to reach out to me. I have personally talked to people on LBRY. I have personally talked to the people that run DLIVE in person, directly. Well, not in person, but on the fucking platform. I've had direct communication with the people that run it. I just got followed by the fucking co-creator of minds.com on my channel, and I'm pretty sure if I reached out and commented or needed to talk to him, I probably could. Think Susan's taking messages from people like me? Or even like 10 rungs underneath her? She don't care. No. What they care about stock prices and advertisers. That's it. Thanks for the follow. I'm not going to read your name, but thanks for the follow. Thanks for the lemon keto Andy UK and the 2 ice creams. The spam still going on the Tutti Frutti. Thanks Duncan for the 5 ice creams.
One Direction. It's only when I put someone who's a right-wing...
The political content they push is not demonetized. It is not placed into limited state. YouTube...
So I can't play this whole thing. It's 20 minutes long. But you should definitely watch it. Actually, I'm gonna link it, the YouTube version, if I can find it. Let's see if it's been suppressed since the last time I saw it. Alright, let's try that. Oh, and of course it's deranked. Wait, there it is. Is that it? That's it. There it is. See, because they let us research share it everywhere, it is all over the place. So here it is on the front page. Let's go. We're going to go into there so that you guys can watch this later.
Let's talk about...
And if you're watching this on YouTube, you just saw the search I did. Do the same thing. I would link it, but then I'd get even more fucking kicks in the nuts. Which, by the way, they look at the links, too. You can get banned based on the links in your description as well. So let me copy that link and give it to my fellow D-livers here. With all the Tutti Fruities rolling in. You guys are going crazy. Crazy and shit. Alright, let's hold on. I'll get to all the thank yous in a sec. I just want to give you guys the link to the full video there, so that you can enjoy that. It's very fun and enlightening, that video. Alright. There is the link to the full video. And of course, share and re-upload, because that can also circumvent the bullshit for now. But, okay, let's pause. I got that good. So, yeah, that concludes that portion of this. Let me get to... So, on YouTube, have a nice motherfucking day. You know, I'm sorry, but I'll see you in February. We'll see where this leads. I'll give you an update at the beginning of February, tell you what happened with my channel. You know, telling you, essentially, how this little experiment turns out. So we'll see. And for those of you who just stumbled on this because you're a YouTuber and you hate your life right now, try it out. Couldn't hurt. You know, it's a little bit of your time. And you don't even need to do anything. You just fucking mirror your shit. You know, you got to fill out some forms, do your email and shit, and go to their website, and there you go. And we'll see. And then you'll have another passive income on top of that shitty ad revenue that they're taking away from you, if you're even fortunate enough to get it in the first place. Oh, thank you, Duncan, for the lemon, the ice cream, diamonds. Wow. And then, thanks again, Fasting XRP. Loves the ice cream, Tutti fucking Fruity, with the 10 ice creams and the spam and shit. I appreciate you, man. You've been fucking on fire today. There's lots of ice cream going on in my future. So, all right, so we can move on to part 2 of the podcast today. Because I do want to do some of my normal content. I don't want everyone to think that I've just become the fuck YouTube channel. Ironically, it was from a YouTube video that I stumbled upon. Ooh, hopefully I got enough voice to finish. Thanks, Scott. We'll also watch and also got LBRY. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming over. It's like, I'll look forward to seeing you over there. And who knows what you'll find. You know, I'm digging for content. I've found a lot of good shit so far. I've been pretty happy with the content that I have been watching. I've clicked a few things and I'm like, oh, that's fucking worthless. You know, and you can delete them also. I should probably point that out while we're at it. That when you're on LBRY, and say I watch this video, right? Well, you got to understand, when you watch a video in the app, not on the website. The website's a different animal. It downloads it to your computer and you begin seeding it. And that doesn't take much bandwidth, which, by the way, LBRY's been running the entire time this stream's been going and hasn't tanked my internet and fucked with my stream. So there's that. Thanks for the follow, Hamp Bear, and I don't even know what the hell to pronounce that, but thank you. So welcome. But say I watch this, I'm done with it, I could care less, you know, or something like that. I can come into my LBRY, but because I am hosting it, and I can, you know, delete it essentially. But you don't even need to do that. You can see this little trash can icon here. You delete it. So if you're watching something, you kind of don't want to seed it, as in you don't want to participate in the network as far as partially seeding it and hosting the video. You just delete it and it's gone, and then you're not seeding that video anymore. Outside the platform on the .tv site, you're not doing any of that. They're doing all of that. So you just watch it and you're good to go there. As for following, you click the little heart and follow, and you're there. As for tipping, you can tip, you know, and then you just put in the amount. Like, say I wanted to tip, I'd give them 0.5. I think I already don't give them 0.5. And there you go. I tipped. It comes right out of my wallet. And it helps. If he leaves it locked, it helps him boost that channel. Now, granted, this is a repost of a video, so it's not a big deal, but he's got 21,054 views, by the way. This is on LBRY. 21,054 views. So there's people watching shit here. You know, granted, it's a very clickbaity video. And a lot of people are pissed off at YouTube on this platform. So if you make a pissed off at YouTube video on LBRY, chances are people are going to watch it. So my stream's probably going to get some good traffic on LBRY because I've been bitching about YouTube this whole time. And we like to bitch together. That's the way how it works. So the why I quit YouTube's kind of spread out. Look at that. I mean, even in the related videos. Look at that. And so this clearly tells me there's an algorithm that is working, that is boosting the videos that are related to these tags down here, which are unfucked with. I don't have to tag something and worry about if that tag's going to get me these tags down here. You know, so when you put your tags in on LBRY, you're not worried about your video getting suppressed. You're worried about what tags are people looking for. You know, what's trending. And you can look. You can go into the fucking trending and look and see what people are boosting. And if they're boosting something that you like to talk about, you can make a video about it, and lo and behold, you can grow on LBRY. So there are people watching shit here, and there are content creators here that I'm following. You know, like, these are all my follows right here. Look at this long ass. No, I don't even know I could scroll all the way down that side. But yeah, that's who I'm following so far, and I've only been at it a couple days, you know. So I'm finding shit to watch. I'm finding content creators whose content I want to watch on here. And if they're a YouTuber, I'm just going to watch them on here. And I'll tip them if they do good. And if they don't do good, then they don't get a tip. That's really all there is to it. So it's back to being a content creator who, if you're good, you'll get rewarded. If you suck, you don't get rewarded. And I'm fine with that. So hopefully I don't suck, though. Let's see here. I can't fast every single day forever, and there's no food here. My son is hungry too. He doesn't fast or do keto. Are you broke, Psychic Outlaw? Is that what's happening? Or carnivore? It is expensive to be keto and carnivore, I will say that. But, you know, from what I gathered, you don't have any body fat left to fast. So you probably shouldn't be doing long fasts. Because I think you've told me before that you're, you know, pretty thin at this point. So, yeah, you don't want to keep fasting. It's okay to find some food, you know. Get some food somewhere. You know, work some extra job, something. I don't know. So, you know, I can't provide you too much in the way of financial advice in terms of if you're too broke to buy food. You might want to go sign up for food stamps or something along those lines if you're at that point in your life to where you're starving to death. There's no excuse to really starve to death in the United States anyway, given the state of our system. So it is what it is there. LBRY is not an Apple platform. They absolutely have iOS. Let me show you. But yeah, it's not a platform on Apple, but they do have, if we go to LBRY.com, LBRY.com, LBRY.com. At least I saw it. Now, I can't speak to it because I'm not an Apple guy. Show all platforms. Yeah, they got Mac OS and iOS. So both of the mobile, and they even got Linux. So those are all the platforms for LBRY and shit. So yeah, it's there. You won't find it in the, you might not find it in the Apple Store, though. I don't know how that works. But I do know it's in the Play Store. It's in beta, though, for the app on the phone. Much like the DLIVE app was in beta when we first did it. Well, if worse comes to worse, if you're starving, Psychic Outlaw, it's okay to eat whatever to survive. Trying to stick to keto when you're starving is not something that's on the table. The whole reason we have grain and cheap calories in our diet is, yeah, you might fuck up your health a little, but at least you won't starve. So when it comes down to survival, it's okay to eat whatever you can get. You know, and if that's the 99-cent box of mac and cheese just to keep some fat on you, then yeah, you might put up with some autoimmune depression and anxiety in the process, but hey, you won't die of starvation. So, you know, I know personally you can find, at least in my area, I can find a couple thousand, and be smart about it, you know, be like, okay, I got $5. How many fucking calories can I find for $5? And there's different ways to do it. Now, if you're trying to stay keto, you can simply just buy like heavy cream and drink it or something. I don't know. Not very appetizing. But, you know, if you're fucking starving, I can tell you, if I'm starving and I can't afford to get ribeyes in the food that I eat, the whole foods that I eat, I'll go back to the standard American diet because I know I'll get fat fast, and then I can just fast my way through the periods and readapt to keto after. You know, you can get 1,500 calories in some cases for $5. So you'd only need like maybe $5 to $10 a day to feed yourself. I will say keto is more pricey though, and you're going to have a lot of health problems aside from that. But if it comes down to if you don't eat something, then you need to break down and get off keto for a little bit, you know, till you can get on your feet and try and get some income going. This is the day and age. If you got a car, you can deliver shit. You don't even have to run Uber. You can do like Grubhub and fucking, you know, there's all kinds of gig economy shit. At least that's what I'm doing. There's ways to make money on the internet. You know, not even just as a content creator. There's things that you can do on the web, write blogs. You know, you have a lot of opinions, Psychic Outlaw. You could probably find something that you can do completely online. You know, that's my thoughts on that. Is I'm about to talk about minimalism too. We're about to talk about some of this, so it's very pertinent that you're talking about this right now to what we're transitioning into the minimalism. conversation. So for those of you who are left, follow me on LBRY, and that's about all we're going to talk about in terms of LBRY today as I close these out. Actually, that's the Bitcoin cap. Close that. Am I broke now? See, during this time, I lost some money. It's down to 57. Damn it. Gotta love fucking Bitcoin. Alright, that's the exchange. I'm just closing these out to get to the video that I think I pulled. Where the hell's my video I pulled? I'm gonna keep that open over there, but minimized. I thought I pulled the video. Let's see how LBC's doing while we were talking. Let me see, refresh. Oh, look at that. We're up to 31.031 cents. Nice. It's going up. Still going up. I like to see that. All right.